Stand by for Lovington Wildcat football on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Give me a go, no go for launch. Booster.
Go.
Retro.
Go.
Vital.
Go fly.
Guidance.
Guidance go.
Inco.
Go.
Network.
Go.
Capcom.
We're go fly.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
It's time for Lovington Wildcat football. Lovington Wildcat football is on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
You can feel it in the air, like lightning on the edge of the night. You can feel it everywhere, but the party time all over tonight. Friday night's a great night for football. Captain is tired, ready to do it. Friday night's a great night for football. Sit back and relax and let's get down to it. It's gonna be a hell of a fight. We got a great night of football tonight. In this prime time jungle, every poundle is a rumble. Every seat's the 50-yard line. Guaranteed to have a good time. Wow.
Wildcat football is brought to you by Stone Oilfield Service, Bob's Thriftway, Battle Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, and Lovington Schools. Lovington football is also presented by Man Welding, VNB Rentals and Services, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, and Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Friday night's a great night for football. The captain is tired, ready to do it. Friday night's a great night for football. Sit back and relax and let's get down to it. It's gonna be a
Now, let's head to the stadium for the Stone Oilfield pregame show with Don Morgan and the voice of the Cats, TJ Miracle. Lovington Wildcat football is on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Good evening and welcome to the Bulldog Bowl right here in Artesia, New Mexico as we get ready for Game 3 of this 2025 district season. I'm TJ Miracle back in the saddle again. Don Morgan patrolling field side and Braden Cooper alongside running camera tonight. So we come into this one, it's a top 3 battle in the Max Preps rankings. Artesia number 1 at 4-1. And the Lovington Wildcats, number 3 right now at 2-3 on the year. But that 2-3, a little bit misleading, Dawn, because they got a big win last week and they played the defending state champs Roswell High to within an inch of their lives. And basically, if it wasn't for a couple of oopsies on special teams, they knock off the 6A Carlsbad Cavemen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, looking at their record is one thing, but seeing them, knowing how they've played, how they're capable of playing, that's another thing. So, you know, Artesia comes into this one. Of course, it's homecoming night, so they're all pumped up, but that also brings some distractions with it. And so Lovington, I think they're just hopefully going to play within themselves, play up to their potential, and see what happens.
Yep, that's why you play the games, and they'll, of course, be playing here at the Bulldog Bowl, where Lovington has had pretty much zero success in a generation. Matter of fact, Lovington has not beaten Artesia since 2001, and that was back at our place. So it has been a while since the blue and white beat the orange and white, that the Cats getting the better of the Dogs. But, you know, like you said, with a homecoming on tap, you know, anything can definitely happen because sometimes, you know, there's other things, as you mentioned, on the minds and going on. So Lovington, you know, from what you've seen, and I may be braiding it on this in just a second too, but, you know, Don, what's it going to take for the Wildcats tonight to pull off what would frankly be the upset of the year?
Well, they're just going to they would have to play perfectly, I think. They would have to have perfect execution. They would have to play a complete game from beginning to end with all their teams, with all of the facets within the teams, offense, defense, special teams, just executing perfectly, not making many mistakes, if any, and keeping the penalties down, keeping their emotions in check, channeling those emotions, into energy on the field and positive play. And, it's just, it really would take just everything they have to leave it on the field tonight.
Well, and they can certainly do that. And when we were here last year, of course, the last time we were here, it was a playoff game and didn't go the way the Cats wanted. But the Wildcats actually took control early in that game. They scored first. They did something that's a little bit out of character for them as they took the ball and then proceeded to run off like a 9-minute drive in which they scored and took the lead. But then Matthew Prudencio getting hurt, of course, and that really changed the whole complexion of that game. Coach Bailey told us afterwards, and then when we were at the banquet last year, he really believed that if that one injury doesn't happen, that's probably a much different ball game.
Yeah, and we could play coulda, woulda, shoulda all time, but when you do go back and look at things like that realistically and know that, without a key player who would have contributed, greatly to that game, yeah, you just know the complexion would have been different and the outcome may certainly have been different.
Well, it certainly could have been, and they hope that it is a different outcome here tonight. But a whole lot of weapons that the Lovington Wildcats are going to have to stop, and a whole lot of their weapons they're going to have to get going. We'll take a quick timeout, come back, and continue your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. Stone Oilfield Services, W.H. Stone and the whole Stone family. When you need a friend in the patch, call Stone Oilfield Services. Proud to support the Lovington Wildcats and Lady Catchers. Stone Oilfield Services pregame show continues in a moment.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
And welcome back to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from here at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia. I'm TJ Miracle, back in the saddle again. Dawn Morgan is patrolling field side. Dawn, be careful down there tonight, by the way. And Braden Cooper also along, helping run our camera tonight. So continuing on with the pregame show here, as we mentioned, Artesia 4-1. They are the number 1 team in 5A according to the Max Preps rankings under head coach Jeremy Maupin. And they're a team that is pretty balanced, but looking over the numbers here, Dawn, this is an Artesia team that actually throws more than they run. I'm not sure the last time I saw that.
Well, and that may be good news for Lovington in a way, because sometimes they've been a little more inconsistent with stopping the run than they have been with stopping passing, with rushing, with passing rather than rushing. So, but who knows?
Yeah, anything could happen there.
Exactly.
Their starting quarterback, Darren Warren, comes in 70 for 113 on the year for 1,057 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Their leading rusher, Bryce Parra, with 561 yards on the year. Jet Fuentes and Parra are also the 2 favorite targets for Warren. Artesia is scoring 42.5 points per game, while they're giving up about 25.5 to their opponents, and they absolutely slugged it out with Hobbs here at the Bulldog Bowl a couple of weeks ago. On the other side, for the Wildcats under head coach Josh Bailey, number 3 in the Max Preps rankings in Class 5A. They've kind of had a little trouble finding their footing on offense. They are doing 29.5 points per game while giving up 28 points per game, and the passing game has been more in tune than the rushing game, as the quarterbacks together, have thrown for just under 900 yards, so not as explosive as maybe we've seen the last couple years. Actually, Jaden Gutierrez, who gets the start tonight at quarterback, he's also the leading rusher on the team with 260 yards. Zach Diaz not far behind him with 214 yards. So, and also, while we have a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to Dawn for filling in for me the last couple weeks as I was filling in for an injured teammate, somebody dealing with a little health issue. But Dawn, again, thanks for filling in ably for me while I was unable to be here because I was filling in the last couple of weeks.
Well, no problem. We do what we have to do. we make it work. We scramble and cover and do what we have to. So it was no problem. I enjoyed it, and it makes me appreciate when the full team is together. Because when you have to do everything yourself, it's okay. It just makes you really, really busy, and probably don't. I know I didn't do as well as you do. So just happy that the fans didn't descend and demand your immediate return. So I'm just glad you're back, and we've also got help. So yeah, just happy to help, but happy that we're all back together and kind of normal as everything gets for us. Right?
Normal as we ever get around here. And
Right.
one piece of advice tonight, Dawn: duck or dodge.
Well.
Don't. Did Coach Bailey give you your helmet sticker yet?
Yeah, no, not yet. No, I need my my honorary pads, my honorary shoulder pads, I think, and helmet for sure. But yeah, that just happens. Actually, I'm good at getting out of the way when I can see it coming. But I was looking down, trying to take care of the score bug and various things. We have a lot of things. I've got the rosters, in my hands. I've got a microphone in my hands. I've got the phone to keep the score bug in my hands. And so I do a lot of looking down and up, down and up, and down and up. So actually, I'm going to do, instead of ducking, I'm just going to try to look up almost all the time. Look up more so I can see it coming next time.
Sounds like a plan. Of course, this is a Lovington weekend triple header. We've got football tonight from here in Artesia. Then tomorrow, you and I will be back in action. I'll be taking care of Lovington girls soccer at noon tomorrow on the Lake County News and Sports YouTube channel. They'll take on Portales, and you'll be across campus at Wildcat Gym for Lovington volleyball.
Yes, I will.
As they take on Santa Teresa at 1 tomorrow. So, yeah, we've got a whole lot of Lovington sports. Actually started with the district opener last night for the Lovington boys soccer team, falling to a tough Artesia team, a hard-fought game in that one. So maybe the football team can get a little bit of retribution. That's a good word, Braden. Thank you. That is a very good word. So
it's a more polite word than revenge.
Yes.
Right? Revenge sounds so much bloodier, doesn't it?
It does.
It sounds sweeter, in my opinion, just because it's Artesia.
As the Wildcats come out onto the field, they will be wearing the road white unis, all white unis with the blue letters and numbers Katzen script on the white hats for Artesia. They'll be breaking through in just a minute. They'll be wearing the home black uniforms this year, all black unis with orange letters and numbers and orange helmets as always. As we get ready to kick this one off, we'll be looking at 83 degrees with a light breeze out of the southeast, it would appear. So we got a top 5 battle. We got a top 3 battle in the 5A rankings here in the land of enchantment tonight. We will take a timeout, come back for the kickoff of this one. This has been your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from Stone Oilfield Services. The whole Stone family, WH and his crew, great supporters of the Wildcats and Lady Cats. Of course, you need anything out in the patch, call on Stone Oilfield Services. Kickoff is coming up. This is Lovington Wildcat football from Z94 KZOR on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to the Bulldog Bowl here in Artesia, getting ready for the kickoff of the third game of the district slate. The 4-1 and 2-0 in district Artesia Bulldogs under Jeremy Maupin, and the 2-3 and 1-1 in district Lovington Wildcats under head coach Josh Bailey. I'm TJ Miracle, high above the Bulldog Bowl. Don Morgan patrols field side. Braden Cooper. Coop running the camera for us tonight as the teams are out on the field. And well, Don, as always, looking at the Artesia roster, it's seemingly endless. I think it's a little light this year. I think there's only about 89 kids on it this year.
It's taped together from where you printed it out. Thank you very much.
There was four sheets in the printer.
It's almost as tall
That's
as I
crazy.
am. Is that nuts? It's seriously. I mean, it's twice the size of my Christmas list, my wish list, and it's almost as tall as I am. So that it's insane. I don't know that there's a student left in school that's not actually on the football team.
Well, there's a few because they've got a pretty good-sized band, too. As Lovington will kick it away, Artesia will have the football first and back deep to receive. They've got Jet Fuentes and Sawyer Whitehead. Now, this is a team under Coach Maupin that will occasionally run that starburst, and Lovington's special teams have at times been a little bit suspect. So pay attention to where that ball's going. Don't fall for the fake here, and don't let them get a big return here early.
Don't shoot yourself in the foot early.
That's very good advice there. So Arando will tee it up, and the Cats will be kicking from the south to the north. That is right to left from my perspective, left to right from Dawn's, as the kickoff is up, and away, and into the end zone. So bring it out to the 20 as Whitehead fields it on the R in Artesia in the north end zone. So bring it out to the 20. First down and 10 for the Artesia Bulldogs, as the Wildcat defense, much improved this year, will get the first shot out on the field. So the Cats will bring it out as quarterback Derek Warren will come out. Bryce Parra is the running back with him. They'll start out in a 4-receiver set. They stack them 2 left, 2 right. Everybody going to go out wide as Warren waits for the snap. Good snap, hand it to Parra. He starts it to the right side, cuts it back across the middle, across the 25, out to about the 28-yard line. Got a block, got a seam, and he took it in there, but the interior line doing a pretty nice job to slow him down there is Peyton Atwood, the first one to get a helmet on him.
Could have been worse. At least Lovington stopped and kept him from getting an immediate first down.
So it'll be second down and a long one, short 2 for the Bulldogs between the 28 and the 29. 4-receiver set once again. And fake the handoff, though the wide receiver screen. Nowhere to go. That was a great job there by Vasquez.
Yeah.
He had that one read, and he takes down Jet Fuentes back at the 25-yard line. It'll be a completion, but it'll be a loss of 3. Nice job right there by Vasquez in open space to bring him down. It'll be a loss of 3, and so it'll be a third down and about 4.5 to go for Artesia.
Yeah, he got off immediately. It was up and right on his man.
From the near hash mark, Twins left, Twins to the right. Parra is the deep back. Warren with it, looks to the left, throws to the left, has a man across the 30, shakes and bakes out to the 35-yard line before he is brought down out there.
Jack Byers.
So Jack Byers, he's basically the number 2 option, and he's going to get it up to the 32-yard line. So that'll be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards to Byers, and it'll be a first down for Artesia. So from the 34-yard line, first down and 10.
And they have passed more than they've run so far.
They have just
right
one run.
That.
1 run, 2 passes. Twins left, Twins to the right. Warren moves up. 3-step drop. Good protection. Looks, fires, comes across the middle. Picked off as Chase Terrell grabs it at the 45 and he'll take it back to the 40. The INT Terrell jumps the route, and the Bulldogs turn it over to the Cats.
It was so seamless. It looked almost like it was designed for Artesia to throw it to him instead of their own man. Terrell doing such a nice job of stepping right out and in front of that ball, catching it pretty as you please.
Nice job there by Chase, and so it'll be first and 10. The Wildcats take over. Let's see if they can cash in on the INT and the turnover. Jaden Gutierrez gets the start at running back. Zach Diaz is with him. Lovington will go Twins left, Twins to the right. From the 41, fake the handoff. Gutierrez rolls right. Now he's going to be forced out. Rolls back to the left. He's in all kinds of trouble. Lets it fly. Has a man underneath, but skips it in to his intended target. Aiden Nunez got free finally. He had to curl back, but really that was a good job for Gutierrez just to not get sacked on that one. Incomplete, second and 10.
Oh, my goodness. The defensive pursuit on that was amazing.
He had time, but when the line finally collapsed, there was nothing he could do. That was good coverage down the field, too, for Artesia. So credit that one more to the coverage than the line. But I like that Jaden didn't try and force it somewhere.
Nope, he just kept looking. He kept running. He just outran his pursuers and tried to find somebody to throw to downfield. He did. He just wasn't able to quite get that in time.
And now we've got a timeout early as Lovington takes that TO. 10 minutes exactly left in the first quarter. We'll be back as Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
Back here at the Bulldog Bowl, the Wildcats taking the early timeout, so you hope that doesn't come back to haunt them later. Our coverage, of course, brought to you by all those great sponsors you see on the screen, you hear as well. Also, Double R Pipe and Supply coming on board. We appreciate them and all of our great sponsors making Wildcat football possible. So out of the Wildcat timeout, it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Bulldog 41-yard line. The Cats getting it after an INT.
Gutierrez came off shaken up after that.
All right, so and then a hard count that got the wrong team to jump. So, all right, that timeout because of that, and Lovington actually running the Wildcat with Rivero back. So Rivero taking over as the temporary quarterback. I'm out of quarterback room on my stat sheets here, but I'll start a new line down here. There we go. So Elijah will be the quarterback with Gutierrez shaken up. So 1st and 15, 2nd and 15 for the Wildcats. As throwing that one in incomplete, and a big, massive hit put over on that far side against Vasquez. So that'll be incomplete, and so it'll be a 3rd down and 15 now for Lovington. Vasquez, the intended target.
That's a good sign. Jaden's coming back out.
Yep, here comes Gutierrez.
That is a very good sign. Yeah, I'd hate to lose, we lost our quarterback in the playoffs on the opening drive here. I'd hate to lose him another one. So Jaden will be back at the quarterbacking position. So he's back after sitting out a play. Diaz with him. Twins to the left. High snap. Jaden handles it. He looks left. Now he's going to be forced to roll. Rolls right. Fires over the head of Rivero, who was streaking across and found a little soft spot in the seam. But it'll be incomplete. And so now it'll be 4th down and 10 for the Wildcats.
There was a good defensive coverage there downfield on Soto, by Soto Jr. and by Julian Baeza as well.
So now on a 4th down and 15, the Cats will bring out the punting unit, going to try and pin Artesia back deep. You hate that you kind of squandered the turnover, but all right, now you got the jitters out. Couple of men back deep for the Bulldogs. Good snap. Caleb handles it, then kicks it away high into the night sky. It'll bounce at the 15, take a Lovington bounce, and into the end zone. So winds up only going to be about a 25-yard net to team. But, hey, still, you got the ball. You've got the jitters out now. And with 9:41 to go here in the first half, it'll be no score, and Artesia back to the drive, 1st and 10 from their own 20.
Justin Villalobos was doing his best. He was chasing that football once it started taking that the big bounce toward the end zone. He was trying desperately to stop it, and he didn't make it. He was really frustrated with himself, but he was running full out. Nothing he could do.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Artesia gets it back after they force Lovington on a 3-and-out after the INT. Warren is the quarterback. Parr is the deep man with him. Twins left, twins right. Hand it to Putta. Goes over the right side. He's got some room. He's across the 30 to the 40. The ball is out. It bounces around, and I think Putta got it back. No, it's still loose, and the Lovington Wildcats are going to take it back. It'll be 30, 35, 38 yards, but a fumble for Bryce Parra. And so Lovington gets it back on the second Artesia turnover.
And there was a Lovington hand that went out that grabbed his shoulder, that grabbed Parra's shoulder, and I think led to him releasing that football. And I could not tell you who did that, who made that grab, but I think it definitely led to that turnover.
So now Lovington will get an opportunity after an uncharacteristic Bulldog turnover. Gutierrez high snap. He'll hand it off. Diaz, a little stutter step at the line. He takes it across the 45 out to about the 46, make it the 47-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 for Zach. 2nd down and 5, and I like that call. 3 straight passes on the opening possession. Now, hey, let's see if what Artesia can do against the run.
I do. I like that Lovington is working quickly as well. We know they always work better when they're working quickly.
2nd and 5 from the Wildcat 47-yard line, trying to take advantage of the second Artesia turnover here in the first quarter. Changing the play at the line. Jaden waits on it. Good snap. 2-step drop. Starts it to the right. Comes back left. Now he's in the pocket. Has time. Fires. High throw and overthrown to Vasquez. It'll be incomplete. And so it'll bring up an important 3rd down and 5 here.
Yeah, Vasquez jumped up to get it. He had it in both hands. It just slipped through his hands. So unfortunately, but still a chance for converting right now.
Need to find 5 yards right here, just shy of midfield. They went 3-and-out after the first turnover. You don't want to do it again after 2 turnovers. You just don't know how many more opportunities Artesia is going to give you. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Diaz in the backfield. Gutierrez waits on it. Good snap. Jaden will keep it himself. Sweeps it to the right. He's across the 50. Going to be close to the first down. It'll all depend on the spot. He's into Bulldog territory at about the 48, call it the 49-yard line. I think he's going to wind up being about a yard shy. So 4 yards on the keeper and 4th and less than a yard for the Wildcats. I think they've got to go for it here.
Yeah, I think they do. I think that was number 21, Tootie McNeil, who took him out of bounds.
So the Cats will go for it. Empty set in the backfield on 4th down and 1. Gutierrez from the shotgun. He's got trips to the right, 2 to the left. He'll go up under center, and then, everybody moved. I think Artesia coming in on the blitz jumped the line. The question will be, were they drawn? It'll all depend on what the side judge saw, and it'll be false start on Lovington. Darn it. So that'll be their second penalty for 10 yards. They'll move them back 5, and now it'll be 4th down and a long 5, short 6. And they will bring the punting unit out here.
Yeah, Lovington, you can tell the guys are really frustrated, but they understand the decision here. And just like that, it really underscores just how important not getting penalties it really is.
Yes, it is. So Caleb will boot it away. 2 men back deep to receive. Artesia comes after it. Aranda gets it away. It's a high end over under fair catch called for at the 20, and the ball is out, but falling on it on that far sideline and keeping it from being a third turnover.
33, Elvia.
So Edelvia manages to save that one and keeps it in the hands of the Artesia Bulldogs as Lovington on another 3 and out. So back over to the Bulldogs. They'll have it 1st and 10 this time from their own 21-yard line. 8:33 to go, first quarter, no score in this one. Kind of a sloppy first. Twins left, twins right for Warren. Para is the deep back. Waiting on it, hand it to Pata. Starts it to the right, comes back to the left, gets across the 25, out to the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Pata, and it'll be 2nd down and 4 for Artesia.
And I think Kyler Reeves was the first to get to him along with, Kyler really did it.
Yeah, and Ricardo Rodello also in on that stop.
Yes,
so
Rodello, 61. I was looking for 81 on the roster, realizing we didn't have it, and it's 61. You're right.
So on a 2nd and 4 now for Artesia. 4 receiver set. Warren waits on it, has it. Pressure comes, steps up, gets away from it. He'll go to the left side. He's across the 35 to the 40, 45, out across midfield, tippy toes, and will be down in Lovington territory at the 45-yard line. So let's see, there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28 yards for Warren. As once he broke through the line, everybody else was back in coverage, and he'll scamper for the 2nd Bulldog first down.
Too much.
So just inside of Wildcat territory from the 49-yard line. Hand it to Pata. He goes right up the gut. He's got a little room before the linebackers close in on him. He's still going to wind up across the 45 down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 for Para. 2nd down and 3. 59 yards on 4 carries for Para. Of course, he did have that fumble, so that mitigates that somewhat. So now 2nd down and 3, twins left, twins to the right, try the hard count, and Lovington jumped, and they are going to get them on the offsides. Yep, it'll be offsides on Lovington. So another penalty, and they just gave Artesia a free set of downs, first and 10.
Down. Yep, 1st and 10, they'll set right at
from the 37 officially. The first down and hand it off as Pata goes left, and he's still on his feet, and he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It'll be an 8-yard gain for Para, and so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 2 for Artesia. They're finding a little rhythm now. I bet Lovington is going to regret not cashing in on a couple of mistakes. 5 carries, 67 yards for Para, 2nd down and 2. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Warren waits on it. Hand it off. Para goes to the right, gets a little seam across the 25. You're going to say right to the 25. It's still good for 4 yards for Para, and that'll be the 4th first down for Artesia. 6:48 to go here in the first half.
They are just relentlessly marching downfield.
First quarter, pardon me. The Twins to the left, Twins to the right from the 25-yard line on the pitch out. Parra takes it across the 25, looking for some room. Lovington strings him out nicely, as that'll be Kyler Reeves, Elijah Rivero, and me and Bustillos. I mean, a whole bunch of guys there. It'll wind up being about a 3-yard gain that time for Parra. And so it'll bring up a second. Wow, they give him 5 on that one, so second down and 5.
That was kind of generous.
I think that was a bit generous. So from the 20-yard line, second down and 5 for Artesia. Warren waits on it, hand it to Parra. He goes over the guard and crosses the 15 down to the 13-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 more for Parra and another first down for Artesia. 80, let's see, quick math is never my strong suit. That'll be 83 yards on 8 carries for Parra. Ouch, he's averaging 10 a carry. So Artesia inside the Lovington red zone. They've got it at the 13-yard line, first down and 10. Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Can the defense step up big here? They have done their job early, but now Artesia putting on the pressure. They'll put a tight end from motion over to the right side. Pass it into the right corner, and underthrown is good pressure in the back. He was trying to get Fuentes, but Bustillos on the pressure, and also coming through was Damon Leyva.
And good coverage downfield on the intended receiver by Alex Kame, number 3.
So it'll be second down and 10 on the incompletion. Clock stops at 5:30. Artesia with 2 early turnovers. Lovington not able to cash in on them, going 3 and out on both drives. Now Artesia on the march. Twins left, Twins to the right. Pitch it, going to the left side. New running back in the game across the 10, down to about the 7-yard line. It'll be a 6-yard gain.
That is number 16, Pondo, Christian Pondo carrying.
He's the number 3 guy in the roster, so it'll be a pickup of 7. So it'll be second down and 3 from the 7-yard line for Artesia. They are still on the move. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. And they'll keep Pondo in the backfield, this time with Warren. Send a man in motion, but they'll just move him over to the tight end position on the left. Looking to pass. Pressure comes. Underthrown and knocked away at the last second. Bustillos got the hand in there and knocked it away from Jet Fuentes. Good job by Bustillos. He timed that one well to pop it away. Incomplete, and so now it'll be 4th and 3 from the 7-yard line.
And he was popping it away just as Kame came behind him and wrapped his arms around him, so now it was great coverage.
Now the question for Jeremy Maupin will be, do you go for it on 4th and 3 deep in Wildcat territory, or do you kick the field goal and never mind, they're going for it?
Yeah, I kind of think that was a foregone conclusion.
They've got a late man checking in. That's Sawyer Whitehead, who checks in the slot very late on the right side. Then they'll send him in motion, and they'll do the option pitch to Parra. He goes around the right side. He's inside the 5, stretches out, and he will take that into the end zone for the Artesia touchdown. And so Bryce Parra from 7 yards out takes it to the house, and Artesia up early, 6-0. Lovington bid on the inside move.
Yeah, the motion man.
And that left him open on the pitch.
Yeah, the motion man was just there as a decoy. He faked. They faked the handoff to him, and then, of course, went the other direction.
So now the point after with 4:42 to go, Artesia draws first blood.
Lovington has to respond.
Now they're going to shift over. They always do this and have for years. And it's a low snap, getting it up and getting it up and through, though. So even on the bobbled snap, it goes Artesia's way. The point after is good. 4:42 to go, first quarter. It is Artesia 7. Our Wildcats yet to get on the board. Wildcat football will be right back here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Artesia takes the punt and drives it down 79 yards, punches it in with Bryce Parra from 7 out. The point after is good. And with 4:42 to go here in the first quarter, Artesia leading 7-0 over Lovington as that one will go out of the back of the end zone. Welcome back to the Bulldog Bowl here in Artesia. I'm TJ Miracle, high above the Bulldog Bowl. Mac Chase Field, I do believe it still is.
Yep.
Don Morgan patrolling field side, and Braden Cooper running camera and helping out in the booth tonight. Of course, we cannot open the windows here in Artesia, so if there's a little glare, we apologize about that, but doing the absolute best that we can. So now incumbent on Lovington to answer. They've gone 3 and out on both of their previous drives. Let's see if they can improve on that right here. So now it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Gutierrez is the quarterback. He will hand it off, and not a lot of room for Diaz to go. He got back to the line, but no more than that as Artesia had that sniffed out, and they collapsed the left side of the Wildcat line. No gain on that one for Diaz. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I think they knew that play before Lovington even started running the play.
I think so. Diego Morales just blew up that side of the line and grabbed a hold of Zach and said, "You're not going anywhere, my friend." So it'll be 2nd down and 10 after the no gain. Twins to the left, twins to the right, and a 4-receiver set right in the middle of the field. Waiting on it, getting it. Gutierrez, he'll take it over the right side, and he's met and driven backwards as he's met by a whole host, including Miguel Soto, for the Bulldogs, and they're going to give him forward progress of a yard. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 for the Cats. Great crowd on hand here tonight. A lot of blue and white on the opposite side of the field from where I am, on Dawn's side of the field. A lot of blue and white, as you would expect. I think it's pretty crowded over here.
It is.
Really
it's
see,
very
I can't
full.
really see underneath us. But
It's so full. I don't see places to sit when I look over there. That's how full it is. I think that's the most full I've seen our Artesia show up at.
Send a man in motion. Gutierrez. He looks right, throws right, and that one is going to be picked off at the 25 to the 30 to the 10 to the 5 and into the end zone. The pick 6.
Tootie McNeil, number 21.
So McNeil with the pick 6. Yowza. And just like that, Artesia's up 2 scores. That INT costly.
Tootie was, playing right, just a couple of yards from the sideline, and he didn't have far to go.
Yeah, it's like Jaden never even saw him. I think he was going for Rivera over there, but McNeil was the only one where he threw it.
That's right, and McNeil just came up and very
Snaps
much like
bobbled again, but it is up, and it is good. 3:16 remaining here in the first quarter. Artesia takes the first Lovington turnover of the game and turns it into points. Wildcat football back in a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard in their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
A pick 6 by Tootie McNeil turns in of course, to points. That's what a pick six is. And then the point after is good. And just like that, Artesia, who kind of sputtered in the opening moments of this game, have roared back, and they have scored 14 unanswered. And it'll be a short kickoff coming to the near side, and a fair catch called for at the 28-yard line by Elijah Rivero. And so 1st and 10 for the Cats from the 28. What did we say about answering a minute ago, Dawn? I think it becomes even more critical now.
Even more critical, you bet. And Lovington's got to put away that deflation and that disappointment and just get back to business here.
And right now, the Wildcats have more penalty yards than they do offensive yardage, just 10 yards total offense for Lovington with 3:16 to go in the first quarter and 15 penalty yards. So it'll be 1st down and 10 from the Wildcat 28. Twins to the left and twins to the right. Gutierrez waits on it, has it, back to pass. Looking, has time. Now he's going to get flushed. Rolls to the right, flag on the play. We're going to have a hold as Gutierrez lets it fly. Has a man at the 40 to the 45.
Rivero.
Looking for some room. Rivero across the 50 to the 40 to the 30 and out of bounds, but it's not going to matter. It's coming back. We have got a hold in the backfield, so Rivero's, let's see, that'd be 20, 30, 40, 41 yards for Rivero's going to get wiped out on a holding in the backfield. And we've got another flag on the sideline. We may get a block in the back over here, too.
Could we get offsetting here?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's pretty bad when we're just hoping for offsetting penalties
well,
here.
They are talking about it because there was one that came in across the 30, about the 31. So I know we're going to have a hold in the backfield, but I don't know what this one on the near side is going to be. Coach Maupin is out. He's asking for an explanation on something. They still haven't signaled up to the booth what's going on.
No, but one of the refs is over here to talk to Coach Bailey and tell him what it is.
So we're still waiting on the call. Still waiting.
Here comes the white cap.
Yeah, really.
He's looking around like he's not quite sure.
And we will, well, I thought he was going to signal.
I did too.
I know I saw a hold in the backfield. The only question is, what is that other flag going to be? And so they're waiting on the back judge, the side judges, the referee, the umpire. I'm pretty sure
maybe the mascots
I'm pretty sure the mascots are going to get involved. Do we have a replay official in New York we need to call? And so we'll have, I think, is legal formation on Lovington. No, it will be holding. That was the weirdest holding call I've ever seen, and that hurt. So it wipes out a 41-yard gain. And so Lovington now 4 penalties, 25 yards, and move them back. It'll be 1st down and 20 for the Cats. Owie.
Yeah, ouch.
Inside the 20, back at their own 18-yard line now. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 14-0, Artesia in the lead. Artesia's turned it over twice, but Lovington unable to capitalize. Well, they'll move a man around. Extra tight ends in the ball game and just a 3-receiver set. Gutierrez with it. He'll roll right, throws right, has a man across the 20 to the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5.
And that was 44?
44,
yeah.
And so complete to Miguel Perez, actually. I got an updated roster up here.
You did, okay. Updated roster.
So that is Miguel Perez for 5, and it'll be 2nd down and 15. But that's good. First completion of the ball game. Now maybe those jitters are out.
Yeah, and I like it. He had a choice, and Rivera was out there, but I think he chose, somebody that Artesia wasn't expecting. Neither were we.
No, on a 2nd down and 15, Gutierrez back to pass, gets away from a man, rolls to the near side, looks in trouble, just going to have to tuck it, take it himself, and he will angle out and step out at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 using the legs for Gutierrez. And so
if
now,
we know anything, Jaden has a speed.
He certainly does, and it'll move it back more than the original penalty was, so it'll be 3rd down and about 8 for the Wildcats. 2:14 to go here in the first quarter.
Oh, conversion. We really need it here.
We have not had one yet in 3 tries, so maybe 3rd time is the charm.
Maybe.
So Lovington taking their time. Play clock down to 16 seconds, and they still haven't broken the huddle yet. Jaden taking his time, getting the play in from the sideline.
That's right. He's watching. Coach Bailey is the one who usually signals to him.
And now there's 8 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to take a timeout here. They're going to have to burn their second timeout.
And they know it.
So the Cats will burn their second timeout, facing a 3rd down and 8 with 2:14 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back as Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Wildcat football also brought to you by Double R Pipe and Supply. For all of your piping and all of your pipe supply needs, the good folks at Double R Pipe and Supply in Lovington. Give them an opportunity. Back here at the Bulldog Bowl, the Wildcats facing a 3rd down and 8. Take a timeout with 2:14 to go in the first quarter. And very important that they convert, Dawn.
And who did you say number 44 is on your updated roster?
44 is Miguel Perez.
I'll write that on mine.
So Miguel Perez with the first catch of the ball game. And so now it'll be trips to the left side. They'll bunch him in tight. Single receiver to the right. Send a man in motion. That is Rivero. High snap. Gutierrez rolls to the right. Looks. Comes back across the middle. Now he's going to get flushed. He's just going to keep running. Fires. And over the head of everybody trying to get Chase Terrell. He was at least in the neighborhood. I'm not sure he was actually trying to get him other than just trying to get away from getting killed. And so that'll be a 4th down and 8. Punt time again for Lovington.
Yeah, it goes right in the hands of one of the assistant coaches just a few feet away from where I was. He's not eligible, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, assistant coaches, broadcasters, not eligible receivers. It would be nice sometimes if you were, but
that's true.
So
I miss it.
Caleb Aranda on for his 3rd punt of the evening with 2:06 to go here in the first quarter. Artesia has had their problems too, but they have taken Lovington's turnover. Oh, bad snap, and that one's going to get blocked, and that one falling on it for the Bulldogs is going to be Diego Morales, and the blocked punt by Morales, and the woes continue to stack up for Lovington. Artesia going to be knocking on the door again.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Last time, right after that last touchdown, one of the coaches was talking to the defense about watching both sides.
Inside the Wildcat red zone, it'll be 1st down and 10 for Artesia after the blocked punt from the 20-yard line. 2 minutes to go here in a first quarter that could have been much different. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda in the huddle between the quarters. So Warren back out there. Pata is his running back, looks to pass, gets pressured, steps up, and he is going to be slung down, but not before he picks up 4 yards. As coming through is Kyler Reeves doing a nice job up there. Also on that stop, turn around for just a second. That was Vasquez. So it'll be a 4-yard gain for Warren, and it'll be 2nd down and 6 for Artesia. The Bulldogs would probably like nothing more than to punch it in again here with 90 seconds to go in the first. Twins to the right side, single, make that doubles to the left. 4 receiver set. Pata is the deep back on 2nd and 6. Throw it underneath, complete across the 10, down to the 5, and into the end zone. That's Jack Byers from 16 yards out, and just like that, Artesia strikes again.
They're making it look entirely too easy, and Lovington really is working hard. I see the sweat. I see the guys coming off winded, but Lovington's just not able to stop them.
Well, they ran that little underneath route with Byers. He got it, and he is a beast. And he proved it. So Artesia in the swinging gate, as they often do, before they kick the extra point. And yeah,
one good block deserves another.
I like that. And then in about 4.5 minutes of clock time, though, Artesia has reeled off 3 quick touchdowns. Good snap this time. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good. 1:19 remaining first quarter. Bulldogs in command of this one, 21-0. Wildcat football continues on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football right here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com from Z94 KZOR. And Artesia will kick it away after taking a blocked punt and putting it into the end zone as
whistle sounds.
And we got a false start. Yep, false start on Artesia. Their first penalty of the afternoon, or the evening, I should say, for 5 yards. Don Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight, wherever you are around southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and the world. So a re-kick for Artesia, so they'll move it back to the 35-yard line. So maybe an opportunity here for Lovington to run it back. But you got to remember, I mean, the first two possessions for Artesia were both turnovers.
That's right. You know, Lovington.
And Lovington not able to cash in on them.
I think they need to realize that they can have some confidence here and go ahead and just kind of hit the reset button and remember the first of this game.
Yeah, the defense has definitely done their job so far, and a high end-over-end kick fielded back inside the 10, bringing it out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, going for the sideline across the 20, out to the
40.
22-yard line. Number 40 now, that is going to be Aiden Ortiz. So Ortiz wearing number 40 now, and it'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 22-yard line. 1:14 to go in the first quarter. As Lovington trying to find any kind of offensive rhythm. The defense has not done a very bad job tonight. I mean, you go, wow, 21 quick points, but they've been faced with some short fields and some bad situations.
Yeah, I made that change to my roster as well, from Alexander to Ortiz from number 40.
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Tight end in the ball game. Hand it off to Diaz, and he'll come to the left and flag on the play. We're going to have false start on Lovington. So just nothing going the Wildcats' way here in the first quarter. I don't think this 1:11 on the clock can tick out quick enough for anybody wearing blue and white tonight.
Yeah, I think they'd like to just get out of this quarter and start fresh in every sense of the word.
Refresh, regroup, and call it into the second quarter and try and, figure something out. Hit the reset button. So on a first down and 15 now. Wildcats will put Twins to the right, single receiver to the left, bobbled snap. Gutierrez just going to have to take it himself, and he's going to get up to the 19-yard line. So almost disaster that turns into a 2-yard gain. Second down and 13 for Lovington.
And I think the first to get to him was probably number 52.
That would be Marco Soto.
Yep.
Marco Soto Jr.
He got mobbed, but I think Soto was certainly key on that stop.
So on a second down and 13, Wildcats trailing in this one by 3 scores, but still very much alive and very much in it. Gutierrez sends a man in motion. That's Rivero. Fake the handoff to Rivero. Gutierrez back to pass. Dumps it underneath.
Reeves.
And to Reeves. Gets away from 1. Gets away from 2. Can't get away from number 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And he is going to be brought down. And on that one, Soto Jr. once again. And so completed to Kyler, but he's only going to wind up getting, let's see where they spot him.
On the 22.
So back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3-yard gain for Kyler Reeves, and now it'll be third down and 10 for Lovington.
Well, And really,
And
zero?
that'll end the quarter.
0 on the clock, yep.
And so that'll end the first quarter of play. It's been Artesia's night so far. They lead it 21-0 as Wildcat football will continue in a moment. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
The disaster of the first quarter has mercifully come to an end, so the Lovington Wildcats hope they've got a big red button that says reset, and so they'll face a 3rd down and 10 as we start the second quarter. Back here in Artesia, I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan field side, Coop on the camera tonight. As Gutierrez barks out the signals, twins left, twins right. He looks left, fires left, has a man across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and then going to be slung down by the jersey out of bounds, but that should be almost enough for the first down.
Patrick Sanchez.
So Patrick Sanchez, that's his first catch, I think, maybe of the season. Is it Patrick or Paul?
Paul.
Yeah.
My fault. Same name.
I was getting a drink over here out of my getting a drink.
And they are, wow, they're not going to give him forward progress. They're only going to go to the 30, so that'll be an 8-yard completion. And so he had it out to the 32. He goes down there. He has the first down, but he tried to keep fighting.
4th and 2. They're going for it.
Well, I don't think you've got any choice at this point. Down by 3. Try and get some confidence in your offense. Gutierrez back to pass. Throws left. Complete. Out to the 40-yard line. And then we're going to have flags everywhere. Rivero takes it out.
But 29 was on him. Melendez is the one who forced him out.
And not sure what they're going to call Melendez for. It looked like maybe a horse collar. I'm not sure what they're going to get him for. It'll be 10 yards for Lovington, and it should be their first down of the ball game. That flag came in quickly, whatever it was.
Yeah, it came in immediately on the catch.
So
and it was a nice
personal
catch.
foul face mask, and so, yep, as Melendez trying to use the crossbars on the face mask as a tackle handle. You can't do that, by the way, and that's a 15-yard penalty, and it'll just add to the first down for the Wildcats as it puts them into Bulldog territory at the Artesia 46-yard line.
Nice. Maybe they can take this momentum and go ahead and do something with it. They seem to be fired back up here.
Twins to the left, twins to the right for the Wildcats. Hand it off and no room to run, and Diaz going to go down after losing a couple of yards on that one as he's helped up by his running mates, but he's actually going to lose, we'll call it a yard loss on the play for Diaz. Hard running for him tonight. 3 carries, just 4 yards for Zach.
And he comes off, and Gutierrez going back in after getting the play from
and
Coach
just a
Bailey here.
quick note from Tiff, quarter change.
Got it.
So twins to the left, twins to the right on a 2nd down and 11 now for the Wildcats. Send a man in motion left to right. That is Rivero. Back to pass. Gutierrez handles it. Rolls right. Good protection. Flag on the play. Fires, and that one will be into the kicking net on the near sideline. And so incomplete, but it's not going to matter because it'll be a 10-yard holding penalty on the Wildcats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalties, 40 yards for Lovington, and it's been the penalties that have really kind of shot them in the foot here tonight. So it'll go from 2nd and 11 to 2nd and 21.
Some of this is Artesia's pretty incredible, powerful line, big line that Lovington's just trying to stop, trying to literally hold him back without getting the holding penalty. Some plays they manage it, and in some plays they don't.
Moves them all the way back to their own 43-yard line. They need to get it down to the 36 inside Artesia territory. So 2nd down and 21 for the Wildcats. Going to send trips to the left side, single receiver to the right this time. Gutierrez, good snap, waits it, pump fake. Now he's going, wants the go route up the seam, and that one overthrown. And Artesia had a better opportunity at it than anybody did on that one.
Yeah, it was they had Melendez back there.
And it looks like also Campbell.
44.
So anyway,
Morales, actually, those were the two guys they had back.
Incomplete no matter how you look at it. So now it'll be 3rd down and 21 for the Wildcats as a promising drive. Looks like it may have an opportunity of stalling again unless you can pull the explosive play here.
Gotta pull something, pull like a tree.
Gotta have a big one, and sometimes Lovington's been good at coming up with that big play when they need it.
So on a 3rd down and basically needing to get to Carlsbad, back to pass. Gutierrez steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to get flushed. Rolls to the left, fires as he's hit. Down the seam, has it at the 30, to the 20, to the 15. Vasquez draws him down to the 10-yard line. And so that'll be a 47-yard pitch and catch to Vasquez. Welcome back to the offensive stat sheet, Joaquin, and 1st and goal, Lovington.
Yep, and the 8 looked like the 9 from here, and I was expecting, of course, I think a lot of us were, probably because it is Rivero who's a favorite target for Gutierrez, but teams have started figuring that out. So
1st and goal for the Cats from the 9-yard line, trailing by 3 touchdowns, but trying to put a dent in that right here. Diaz is the lone back in the backfield, hand it off, and then just banging through. Actually, that wasn't Zach, was it? That gets him up to the 5.
That was 40.
So that was Aiden Ortiz. So Ortiz will get 4 yards.
So I think Lovington has started, going with the unexpected receiver, the unexpected carrier, just trying to go ahead and throw Artesia off because Artesia's seen plenty of the game film. They know the favorite targets.
Yes, they do. So it'll be 2nd and goal from right at the 6-yard line, and they will keep Ortiz in the backfield a little bit bigger than Diaz. They'll put him on the right shoulder this time. Now they're going to put him over in the right tight end position. Empty set. Now they're going to split him into the slot right side. Now they're going to put Ortiz in motion. Back to pass. Gutierrez, he looks right, throws right, has a man underneath at the 5. Kyler Reeves at the 2, and to the 1-yard line. 5 yards to Kyler Reeves.
Talk about cashing in. We need to cash in now.
Even Coach Bailey had put his hands up. He thought he was in. He thought that was a TD.
Got knifed down just before he went inside, and making that touchdown-saving stop and upended him was Tootie McNeil, who's already had a great game with a pick 6.
It's not even on the 1-yard line. It's halfway. It's half a yard away from the end zone.
So 3rd and goal from the half-yard line. Lovington trying to cut into a 3-touchdown deficit. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Couple of big plays have kept this drive alive. Diaz will be back in the backfield this time with Gutierrez. Jaden with trips to the left. Now he'll send a man in motion.
Rivero.
They'll pitch it to Rivero, coming around the right side, and on the end around for the Wildcats. Touchdown. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Lovington. 1 yard on the wide receiver around pitch. And the Wildcats have broken the goose egg open and are on the board.
And Aranda is already out on the field. After warming up his leg over here just a few minutes ago, I passed right by him to come down to this end of the field, and he's been working the net over here pretty hard for the last several minutes.
So Caleb Aranda on to attempt the extra point. 7:57 to go here in the first half of play. And they are going to go for it. And on the snap, that'll be Vasquez, and he'll take it into the end zone.
No, Rivero.
It's Rivero, so he gets the touchdown. He gets the 2-point conversion, and 2 more on the board as Lovington cuts it down. Artesia 28, Lovington 8. More Wildcat football in a minute right here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Back here at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia, Lovington finally finds the offensive rhythm, and Elijah Rivero on the end around takes it 1 yard in and then takes a quick snap and gets the 2-point conversion. With Dawn Morgan on the sideline, I'm TJ Miracle Coop running the camera tonight. Welcome back here to Artesia. Aranda prepares to kick it towards the south end zone. It'll be a high line drive kick that'll go into the end zone, and Artesia will take back over at the 20.
I think that's the smart thing, because Artesia was itching to just get the ball and try to just run it right back for a touchdown to answer. So I was about to say before the kickoff that I think for Aranda, I think the thing to do was just boot it into the end zone and not allow Artesia to do that right away.
He's got the leg to do it. You might as well do it.
Yep. And it helps Lovington, kind of sit on this the happiness, of this touchdown and kind of keep that momentum.
Not a lot of time to sit on it, though, because most of these guys go both ways.
They do.
So it'll be Warren back out there. Para in the backfield. Twins left, Twins to the right. Artesia still up, but Lovington still fighting as Warren looks for it all, and he goes down the field and incomplete as he tried to get Jack Byers, who got the touchdown a minute ago, and good coverage down the field.
Aiden
Nunez down the field for the Wildcats, incomplete.
Clean coverage.
Yes, it was. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the for the Bulldogs. So from the 20-yard line, as you got to keep an eye on Byers. He is a big body, and if he can get loose, he can cause some havoc. So you got to have coverage on him, and it's got to be clean. So on a 2nd down and 10, Lovington coming in on the blitz. The option pitch coming near side. Para with it. Flag on the play, though. Para going to get across the 25 to the 27, but I think we're going to have a hold on the far sideline. That's in the neighborhood of the hold anyway. Let's see for sure what the white cap says. So waiting. This is a very deliberate crew. There should be.
Nothing wrong with that. I think they're deliberate. I think they want to try to get it right, but they don't let themselves be hurried.
No, they do not, and that's perfectly all right. And so it'll be holding on Artesia. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty on the Bulldogs, their 3rd penalty for 30 yards. And so that'll wipe out about a 7-yard gain for Pata. It is from the spot of the foul, so it'll take them back to the 13-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 17.
And backed this far against their end zone. Wouldn't a turnover right here be just so great and timely?
It would be nice. And on the snap, Warren with it, has time. Now it collapses. Flag in on the play. Rolls right, throws right, has a man. But I think we're going to get a half the distance to the goal. Another hold on that left side of the Bulldog line.
Yeah, and it was me and Bustos and Alex Kame who pushed the guy out of bounds, but it's not going to matter.
Yeah, we're going to have another hold in the backfield, so this will wind up being about a 5-yard penalty. So the side judge over there throwing the laundry out there again.
And Lovington, has had a fumble recovery, an interception. So be a good time to try to shake things loose or jump
safety
up.
Or something.
Exactly. Make some points out of this.
Going to have to find a way to get some pressure for the safety, and it'll be holding on Artesia, and that will be half the distance to the goal.
Lovington
so it's going to wind up being about a 7-yard penalty.
Lovington still riding a little momentum from that touchdown, so they're feeling good.
So they'll take this back to around the 7-yard line. So it'll be now 2nd down and 23 for Artesia. 7:25 to go, first half. Artesia 21, Lovington 8.
As you said, though, if everybody really tries to collapse forward, you got to worry about the one guy.
The big play.
Exactly. Got to worry about the one guy getting open and they're just sprinting downfield.
Trips left, single receiver to the right. There's a little bit of question on whose flag got thrown, and so they're throwing it around. Okay, they've got it back in the right spot, so now they're ready to go. And so it'll be Warren again, back to pass, looks left, throws left, has a man underneath. That is Fuentes across the 15, out to the 17-yard line. And he kept fighting. Are they going to give him forward progress to the 17? Of course they are. And so it'll be 10 yards to Fuentes. And Terrell with the stop on that one, but pretty good right there. And so they've still got a long way to go. He gets 10, but it'll now be second down and 13 for now third and 13 for Artesia. They're going to come out in an empty set this time. Trips to the right, twins to the left. 6:50 to go first half. Lovington's defense trying to hold here. Warren changing the play at the line. Waits on it on 4th and 13. Back to pass, pressured, steps up, is hit, is going to be sacked as he'll go down back at the 16-yard line.
Rivera.
So
Excellent.
a 2-yard sack on Warren, a first sack of the ball game for the Wildcats, and it'll be 4th down and 14, punt time for Artesia.
Yeah, I saw Alex Rivero in on that, as well as Damon Leva.
Good job for the Wildcats that time. So forcing the first Artesia punt of the night. Now Lovington will have an opportunity to climb back to within a score.
If anybody could do it, it's Rivero.
And Rivero, he's run, 3 back this year already. Let's see if we can make it a 4th.
I think it's good for Lovington to know that Artesia's not perfect. They're not bulletproof.
No, they are not. Good snap. And it is just popped up. A terrible kick as that one knuckles to the near side and then goes sideways across the 30 to the 34-yard line. So not a great kick at all. Only about an 18-yard kick. And Lovington is gifted fantastic field position.
I think their kicker heard me.
It kind of went. It looked like it went off his foot just a little funny. I don't think he got solid contact on it. Looked a little awkward to me.
So actually, I said the 30. I said the 38. I meant the 34-yard line. That's where Lovington will have it first down and 10. So now can the Wildcats take advantage of another mistake? That's the equivalent of basically another turnover. Won't go in the book that way, but
fantastic field advantage. They just need to take advantage of it. And Caleb Aranda, by the way, is over here warming up, working the net again.
So it'll be first and 10. They're going to bunch them up really tight on the right side. Single receiver to the left. Send the left side man in motion. Gutierrez rolls right, looks right, throws right, and into coverage and picked off. And another INT across the 30, 35 to the 40, 45 to the 50, and finally pushed out of bounds. Is that McNeil again? Yes, it is.
Yep,
McNeil will have his second INT of the night, Lovington's second turnover of the night, and what could have been a momentum-swinging backbreaker becomes a potential backbreaker for the Cats.
You know, he's so quiet. He's a quiet player. You don't notice him. You don't think about him until, boom, he's right where he needs to be to cause trouble for the Cats.
Second turnover of the night for Lovington, and he'll bring it back about 21 yards. Still inside Artesia territory. They'll have it first and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Twins left, twins right. Parra is the deep back behind Warren. Good snap. Warren looks to the right, fires right, has a man on the go route and overthrows him by about 10 yards as getting away from his man down there and basically running the sprint. Is that Byers or is that Fuentes?
It was 86. I think that's...
So 86, that's Eglund.
Yeah.
No, incomplete, but he got free as he ran a little up move. We used to call it the up and go. You'd take about 5 yards over and then cut hard one way and then run to the seam. And he got some space, but incomplete. So it'll be a second down and 10 for Artesia. Coming off the second Lovington turnover. Hand it to Parra. Met at the line. Falls forward to the 50. And so it'll be a pickup of 3 for Bryce Parra. 11 carries, 96 yards for Parra.
Damon Leva came off. He was the first to fall on him.
So a third down and 7 now from right at midfield. Artesia picking up the pace a little bit. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Hand it to Parra. Sweeps it to the left side. Gets some blocks. He crosses the 40 and then is going to be bumped out by the Wildcats. That's number 25, Chris Casadas. But he'll get it to the 40. Wow, they give him a couple of steps more to the 38. It'll be 12 yards for Parra and the 6th first down for Artesia.
I think he got a good block from Ochoa one of the ones that he followed and was able
12
to.
carries, 108 for Pata as they are picking up the tempo. Throw the wide receiver screen, and that one was incomplete. And, whoa, don't do that. Don't do that.
Almost some tempers and some, but they cut it.
They cut it out
Yeah,
as Jaden Garcia comes over and basically nudges Blackburn. Yeah, don't do that. You don't. That's those stupid penalties we talked about. So from the Wildcat 38, 2nd down and 10, Artesia trying to march and take advantage of a Lovington turnover. Cats show blitz, now they back out of it. And on the delayed handoff, Parra with room and staying home. Chase Terrell doing a nice job, Kyler Reeves, 7, not 6. And Parra could have run for a long way instead. He'll wind up with about they're going to spot him at the 35, so it'll wind up being just a 3-yard gain for Pata.
Nice technique on that.
Lovington needs to stop him.
Nice technique as he just wrapped him up. Couldn't go anywhere.
So 3rd down and about 5 for Artesia as they want it all, throwing it and overthrowing it. The intended target down the field was Whitehead. So incomplete, and so now it'll be 4th down and 6 and decision time for Coach Maupin.
Yeah, good coverage by Alex Kame and Chris Casares down there, 2 of the 3 who were down there for him.
And good job by the boys up front because that kind of rushed him a little bit. Freddie Moncayo got a little bit he didn't get a lot of pressure, but it been in the line just enough to kind of give Warren happy feet, and he overthrew it. So decision time for Coach Maupin, and I think he's got the offense out there. Yep, he's going to go for it. On 4th down and 6. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Big 4th down play with 4:24 to go, and Coach Maupin takes a timeout. 4:24 remaining here in this first half. Wildcat football continues here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com from Z94 KZOR.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Out of the Artesia timeout back here at the Bulldog Bowl as it'll be 4th down and 6 for Artesia. They take the timeout deep in Lovington territory from the 34-yard line. They need to get it to the 28. Twins left, twins right. Good snap on the option look. Keeping it, pitching it. Parra across the 30 and driven backwards. The Cats will stop him. He needed 6. He got 4. And it goes over on downs to the Wildcats.
Rivero is the one who sniffed it out first. He had help there as Chase Terrell was right behind him, right with him. But, man, Rivero just came across.
Good job there
into him.
For the Wildcat defense as they forced 2 turnovers, and now they force the over on downs. From the 31-yard line, Lovington takes back over with 4:16 to go first half and trailing 21-8.
Yeah, Lovington definitely showing some toughness. And I tell you what, these coaches have been just screaming at the players coming across, just encouraging them actually to just stay in there. Going to have to.
Gutierrez from the shotgun sends a man in motion. They will fake the pitch to the motion man, hand it off to Diaz, and he's about, we'll call it 3 yards for Zach.
New quarterback in the game for Lovington, 26.
And so this will be the 3rd quarterback Lovington has had. That's
Kylan Spencer.
Kylan Spencer, thank you.
And he was warming up over here just a few minutes ago. He was throwing on the sideline with number 10, with Caleb Aranda, actually. They were just throwing back and forth, and I thought something was up because I hadn't seen him do that before.
So now Spencer still in at the quarterback position. Twins left, twins to the right. Spencer sends a man in motion, fakes the handoff, and then he will flip that one over to Rivero. Not anywhere for Elijah to go, though, and he's going to be taken down quickly by McNeil. He's actually going to lose a couple yards on the play. And so it'll go from being a 2nd down and about 7 to being 3rd down and 9.
Moving the wrong way.
McNeil again, that kid's having a whale of a night. Always give credit where credit is due. Of course, don't forget, coming up 3:06 on the clock, we've got your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know How halftime show. Your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation returns tonight. So now on a 3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats. Spencer is he's still the quarterback this series. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Good snap, Spencer with it. Looks left, throws left, pushes it out there, and that one just a wounded duck into the middle of nowhere, incomplete.
Well, he split the difference out there. It was a little short for Rivera, a little long for Vasquez.
So that'll bring up a 4th down and 9 and punt time for the Wildcats with 2:45 to go here in the first half. And Lovington looking for any spark they can possibly get. And so Caleb Aranda back to punt. A couple of Bulldogs back deep to receive. So Caleb needs to get off a boomer here if he can. Good snap. Pressure comes, and that one might have been partially tipped as it takes a good Lovington bounce down inside the 30, still rolling inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, where it'll be down by the Wildcats by Jude Madrid.
It wasn't tipped, but once the snap was okay, but Caleb got it and kind of fumbled against the top of his thigh, his leg. It took him just an extra half second to get that up in position to be able to kick it.
Score updates from the other 2 games going on in Lee County tonight. At halftime, it is Tatum all over Hagerman, 46-0. That one will probably end shortly after half, and Hobbs all over Alamo, 27-7. So 1st and 10 for Artesia for their own 25-yard line. They got 2.5 to work with. Hand it to Para, and he's still on, and he got away. I don't know how. He's across the 30 to the 31-yard line. I don't know how he got away from the defenders that hit him, including Freddie Moncayo, but he did and turns it into a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 now for the Bulldogs.
It ended up being Rivero alongside Alex Kame who actually made the stop.
So now 2nd down and 4 for Artesia. Click down to 2 minutes remaining first half. 21-8, Bulldogs in the lead. High snap, it's a bad one. Warren going to have to go back and eat it at the 18-yard line. It'll be a loss of 16 on the 2nd sack of the ball game, but a bad snap.
And Aaron Para is actually a Wildcat. I think it was 50. Yep, and
Bustillos and Para combined for the sack. 2nd sack of the night, and now back at the 20-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a long way to go for Artesia. So it'll be 3rd down and 15 for the Bulldogs.
Who would have thought after that first quarter that the second quarter would be played like this, back and forth, and not much gain either side?
Trips left, single receiver to the right, another bad snap. Warren going to have to pick it up. He does a better job that time. Dumps it off to one of his men underneath, and maybe a yard on that one on the completion.
That is number 12. No, the number 11, I believe.
So that's Bryce Para, who snuck out of the backfield and will get the 1-yard completion.
Bustillos and Rivero were there.
First again, so now it'll be 4th down and 14 for Artesia, and they're going to have to punt it away, and I'm not sure why they're pulling guys off the field. Nobody's taking a timeout, have they?
Well, Lovington is out there. Lovington is out, getting hydrated and in a huddle, so it looks like they did. Maybe they took the timeout. They were the first ones out there.
Maybe, but I didn't see them signal a timeout.
I didn't either. I just all of a sudden they were out there, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly either. Well, while we've got a moment, we'll say a big thank you to our friends at Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, B&B Rentals and Services, Man Welding, Lovington Auto Supply, Napa, Aftermath Auto Oil Services, Battle Energy, the Gandy Corp, and Double R Pipe and Supply, making Wildcat football possible here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR. And the Wildcats did take their 3rd and final timeout.
Yep, that's what the coaches here indicated.
Try and preserve a little bit of extra time with 1:07 to go in the half.
Rivero and number 20 are back.
So it'll be Rivero back deep to receive with Jude Madrid. I believe Jude's a freshman. And it'll be a much better punt this time as Rivero signals fair catch, and then it's going to bounce over his head. And Madrid, gets actually grabbed and hugged by Chase Terrell like, stay away from it, Jude, stay away from it.
That's right.
And want to make sure he doesn't touch it, so it'll be downed at the 20-yard line by the Artesia Bulldogs as trotting off after downing that one. If I can catch that number, I believe that is Thomas Melendez, number 29. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 20 for the Wildcats, under a minute to play. Let's see what the hurry-up offense looks like for Coach Bailey's squad here. And let's see who the quarterback's going to
Gutierrez
be.
going in. Gutierrez.
So Gutierrez going to be back at the quarterbacking position. Lovington has run 3 quarterbacks tonight. So Gutierrez back as the QB in this one. Twins left, twins to the right. Jaden waits on it. Good snap. Has it. Looks. Going to get flushed. Pressured. Gets away from one. Looks. Fires. And almost a third pickoff for McNeil. As McNeil had a shot at it, bobbled it, and flying through was Edel Villa. He almost had a shot at it. So Lovington very, very, very fortunate that there wasn't a third INT on the books there for Jaden.
Gutierrez was trying to connect with Chase Terrell. He was the closest.
So it does preserve a little time. It does stop the clock with 45 seconds to go here in the first half. So the Wildcats will have the ball to start the second half, which is a good thing. But all of a sudden,
go in the locker room with.
Yeah, well, if you can find a way to score here, and you can find a way to score coming out of half, all of a sudden we got a tie ball game or a Lovington lead. So the Cats just got to find the offense here. Gutierrez fires, goes down the right sideline and overthrows Rivero, incomplete. And so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for Lovington. Now what you got to think about and worry about is you haven't taken much time off the clock. You've got 41 seconds to go in the half, and it's 3rd down and 10. So if you throw another incompletion here, then you're going to have to punt it. You're going to leave Artesia around 30 seconds or so to work with, and they've still got a couple of timeouts on the board.
Diaz is back.
Twins left, twins to the right. Diaz is the deep back. Good snap, hand it off to Diaz, and he's hit behind the line, and he is dropped.
Maybe got 2 yards, maybe.
Yeah, he loses 2 yards on that one as Keegan Knox loses the helmet on that one, but it'll be a 2-yard loss for Zach Diaz. And so timeout by the Bulldogs with 36 seconds to go. So, yeah, they're thinking they want to maybe score before half. So with the timeout, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
For the Wildcats, they just kind of misfire after they get the ball back late in the half. About a minute left when they got it, but now there's 36 seconds left to go, and they've got a 4th down and 12. It is punt time for Lovington. As Artesia going to try and get one more shot at it, and they do still have 2 timeouts. A couple of guys back deep to receive. Caleb, good high snap, but handles it, gets it down, and he'll kick a high spiral. And one of the Artesia men goes to the turf. They want an interference call, and, yep, they're going to get it. So you're going to have an interference call down the field, and so Lovington downs it at the 34-yard line, but I think you're going to walk it back all the way back up to midfield just about on the interference. And Lovington has a man down.
That's Jaden Gutierrez or Garcia.
So that's Garcia. You certainly don't want to. Jaden Garcia, one of the big guys up on the line, as he's being helped off the field.
Excuse me. And he is coming off limping, and that left leg is already taped up in a couple of places. So hate to see that. It's already a weakened leg that he's playing on. So
be a big loss on the line if he is unable to return, in a long discussion by the officials right at midfield. 25 seconds left on the clock. They may want to put some more time on the clock, too. Yeah, you're going to have an interference call. Yep, we will have interference on Lovington. 1st down for Artesia. And let's see, from the 40-yard line, I can't remember if this is a 10 or a 15. It's going to be a 15. Ouch, that one hurts.
Oh, boy.
55 penalty yards on 7 penalties against the Wildcats, and it gives the Bulldogs 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 45 with 25 seconds to go, and they've still got 2 timeouts to work with. They lead this one 21-8
has one.
here in the first half. Yeah, they do have one. Thank you, Braden. So it'll be Derek Warren. He's the quarterback. Parra is the deep man. Fake the pitch. Warren rolls left side, looks, fires, throws it, and in and out of the hands of his intended target as Eglin trying to pull it down, but it'll be incomplete.
Kind of dangerous.
Because Byers was the intended target.
Yeah, we had Reeves over there in the neighborhood. You had Kame. You also had Nunez. So I saw the ball in the air, and all those guys, all the Wildcats over there, I was hoping for an INT. Didn't get it.
Would have been nice. Would have been the third turnover for Artesia on the night. You can't say Lovington hasn't had their opportunities here. Artesia's just made a little bit better use of theirs in the first half. Twins left, Twins to the right. 2nd down and 10 from the Wildcat 45. Fake the pitch to Pata. Rolling, Warren fires, flag on the play, and overthrown. But again, they did that up and go and got Byers free. And I think we're going to have a hold at the line. Not that it really matters at this point. So it'll be 2nd down and 20.
12 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be gunning for the end zone here. So just waiting on the official call before I put it on the stat sheet. And we'll be holding on Artesia. 5 penalties, 45 yards on the Bulldogs. So it'll be 2nd down and 20. And Warren with a pretty good arm. You've got to think he's just going to gun it and try and let maybe Fuentes or maybe Byers do their thing. Twins to the left, Twins to the right. 2nd and 20, not that it matters really with 12 seconds left on the clock. Time for 2 plays, but they're both going to have to be deep ones. Warren back to pass, pressured, throws it underneath, and then they are going to throw the little trick play and up to the 35-yard line with 3, with 2, with 1, and Lovington got the ball on the – they tried the trickeration, so that one will be complete. It'll be a 15-yard completion that initially goes to Byers for 10, and then he tosses it over, and it'll be a run by, I think that was Cano for 5, and then they tossed it over to number – let's see, that was number 10 – to Fuentes.
2 seconds on the clock.
Who gets
and
2 yards, and then the fumble. 3rd turnover. Oh, my goodness. My stat sheet is all kinds of goofy, but all right, it'll work. So Lovington will have 1 shot at the end zone. It's going to be a very entertaining Bob Thriftway coach's conversation. Lovington choosing just to put the knee on the ground and go into halftime. And I hate having to write these down as Gutierrez, he is hobbled. He is not feeling too good out there. And so we will take it over to Dawn Morgan as soon as you are ready with the Bob Thriftway Coaches Conversation. Dawn, take it away. So I will see if I can catch Coach Bailey coming towards you there.
All right. Tell first half, first quarter, far different from the second quarter. You guys really tough in that second quarter. What some penalties and quarterback. What do you think?
Our defense is saving our butt right now. I got a little aggressive right there. They were singling up Elijah right here, solo 1-on-1, press coverage, try to throw a vertical, and it almost cost our tail. Should have just ran it out when we had that last possession. But all I asked them to do is fight as hard as you can. We get the ball after half. I mean, this is a chance right here. It's a chance. Obviously, Jaden's gimped up a little bit, and we'll have to see what that status is, and we'll have to make a plan if he can't go.
All right. But you get the ball coming out of the – so good luck. Thanks for talking.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All
right, Dawn Morgan with Coach Bailey, our Bob Thriftway Coaches Conversation, going into your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. We got a good one going on here. It's Artesia 21, Lovington 8. Wildcat football and the Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show coming up.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard in their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
And welcome back to the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia. It's your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan fieldside, Braden Cooper running camera for us tonight. And up here in the booth with me, the Big Blue Band on the field performing their halftime show, doing a fantastic job as always. As my coach in high school liked to say about our band, they win every halftime, and that's what the Big Blue Band does. So 21-8 is our score. The Bulldogs over our Wildcats, but it has been an interesting 21-8 to be sure. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We will start with the Artesia Bulldogs. Their quarterback, Darren Warren, not having a real great night. He's 6 of 14 for 47 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. His favorite target tonight has been Jack Byers, 3 catches, 34 yards, including a 16-yard touchdown. His other 2 receivers combined, well, they've only got 13 yards, something like that. Now then you flip over to the rushing stats, a lot different story. Bryce Parra, 15 carries for 121 yards and a touchdown, but he did have a turnover, which Lovington unfortunately unable to cash in on. Derek Warren, 4 carries, just 14 yards. He was sacked twice in the first half. Christian Pondo, a carry for 7 yards. Cano, carry for 5 yards. And Fuentes on that little hail prayer fumble-rooski, throw the ball back thing they did at the end that caused the fumble. He wound up with it for 2 yards before he fumbled it away. So 47 through the air, 149 on the ground, cumulatively 196 total for Artesia. They turned the ball over 3 times in that first half. It didn't bite them, though, as of yet. They were whistled 5 times for 45 yards, had 6 first downs, 21 points in the first, none in the second. That's how they get to their 21 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. The Wildcats have used 3 different guys at quarterback tonight, and they are combined 7 of 18 for 76 yards, no touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Jaden Gutierrez, 6 of 15 in his attempts out there for 78 yards. But 76 when you throw in the couple of the completions that went backwards. Leading rusher right now is Jaden. He's got 5 carries, 13 yards. Zach Diaz, 5 carries, 5 yards. It's been a little hard sledding under there as Aiden Ortiz, he has a carry for 4 yards, 1 carry for 1 yard, but it was a big yard. Elijah Rivero on the end around with the touchdown, and then he got the 2-point conversion. Lovington was flagged 7 times in that first half for 55 yards, only 2 first downs. Yikes. And no points in the first, and they scored 8 in the second. They did have 2 turnovers in that first half. 76 through the air, only 23 on the ground, just 99 total yards for Lovington in that first half. So they're definitely going to have some work to do in the second half, to be sure. We'll come back and talk about what they need to do with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from here at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia. Artesia leading the Wildcats 21-8. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan patrolling field side, Braden Cooper on the camera and assisting up in the booth tonight. Tiff and Evie keeping an eye on things back at One Radio Square. So your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How keys to the second half. So, Dawn, based on what you saw in that first half, what are you thinking the keys are going to be?
Well, I think they're going to have to, whatever decision they come to in terms of who's going to be quarterbacking, and or if they're going to kind of share that and pass that around a little bit. I think it's going to be very important for the team to get behind and support whoever is back there, at behind center. So I think that's that's a big question mark right now, and I think that's partly why Gutierrez they get subbed him in and out, you might say, in that first half. So we'll see, because that's going to determine a lot of what happens with Lovington and what direction they go in. So supporting that choice and getting in there and continuing, I think it's been good in a way, because I think it has thrown Artesia off just a little bit, and I think that's not a bad plan for Lovington to keep Artesia a little bit off balance in terms of what to expect out of Lovington's offense. But the defense, as you heard Coach say, the defense has just kept. They're working incredibly hard and smart. And, that's when you think about that. When you think that Artesia put 21 points on the board in the first quarter, and then Lovington held them scoreless in the second, that's pretty impressive. So when you think about that, it's 21-8. Now, on the flip side of that, Lovington's got to find a way to put some points on the board, and they do. But they're going to have to continue to do what they do, and the defense. I hope they take a good, as much of a rest as they can during this halftime break, and hydrate and rest, because they're as hard as they fought and they think that first half was. The second half is going to be even harder, even tougher.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. When you look at what I'm thinking up here from what I've seen, your keys to the second half, they are going to have to rally behind whoever the quarterback is. Jaden Gutierrez, he is the straw that stirs the drink, if you will, for this Wildcats squad. But if he's not able to go or not able to go 100%, they're going to have to find somebody who can provide that spark. You're right. They are keeping them off balance with it, but off balance is only good if you can turn it into points. I think it's going to be incredibly important to get the ball in the hands of Elijah Rivero some way, somehow in the second half. He just had one catch and one carry in the whole first half, so only 2 touches of the ball for Rivero, who is, with Gutierrez at the quarterback position, is probably your most explosive player. The line, for the most part, has done good, as none of the quarterbacks have been sacked tonight. So they've got to continue to get good offensive line play, and they've got to find a way to generate some yards and some points. Under 100 yards in that first half is not going to get it done against a team like Artesia. On defense, what can you say about these guys? I mean, they have played, you're right, like their hair is on fire, forcing 3 turnovers in the first half. Unfortunately, the offense not able to cash in on it, but the defense needs to keep playing like they did. They gave up some big plays, some explosive plays, but really, for the most part, except for that 16-yard touchdown to Byers, none of those big plays really came back to bite them. So they're kind of playing with fire a little bit, but it's in their hair. But you got to continue that in the second half.
2 more keys that I would bring up, and one is that they've got to start capitalizing on the things that come their way, on the breaks that they create themselves, which is good. They did that a couple of times, but capitalizing on mistakes and gifts that Artesia hands them by virtue of penalties or turnovers, whatever it is. Lovington's got to find a way to make it count, with yardage and with points on the board, and come up. And then, speaking of penalties, they've got to try to rein that in. Luckily, they've got the 55 yards penalty, and Artesia's got 45, so they're kind of offsetting at this point. But a couple of Lovington's penalties they've been so costly to them. They've come at terrible times and have really killed their momentum, and they're just going to have to try to get out here playing against a tough team with all of that fire. But that leads to all that passion can sometimes it spills over, and it leads to some mistakes, and it leads to penalties. And Coach G used to talk about that. There's that. Well, I'll take penalties when they come as a result of just passionate play out there and playing hard on the field.
Well, certainly, and we've got to keep an eye on that. And the last thing I was going to say, we've got to talk about the third phase of the game, which is special teams. And they haven't allowed a big return tonight, which is good, but they did get a punt blocked. And so that gave Artesia an opportunity to cash in, and they certainly did. So the special teams, they've just got to find a way to be solid. I like the fact that when we're kicking off, we don't get a chance to do it all that often tonight, but when Caleb kicks it off, a lot of times he can put it into the end zone, and that's good. It doesn't give him an opportunity for a return, but they're going to have to protect him if he certainly has to punt again. And, well, let's bring in the third member of our crew here as Braden Cooper helping us out on the road tonight. So from what you saw in that first half, Braden, what are you thinking for the second half?
Don't shoot yourself in the foot. That's one.
That's a very good one. At this point, they've reloaded, so they hopefully the safety's on now.
And then keep the penalties at a minimum.
Yeah, very important to certainly do that if you can, because penalties, nothing will kill a drive faster than that. So huge crowd on hand here tonight, as you would expect for any Lovington and Artesia ball game, but especially since it is homecoming here in Orangeville over in Eddy County tonight.
ugly color orange.
Well, I'm sure they don't agree with that.
They probably don't, but I don't like Artesia.
Well, and you've got family here, too. So other scores, again, coming in from the other Lee County games tonight. Tatum all over Hagerman, 46-0. That game was at half last time we heard from Tiff and Evie back in the studio. That game, I'm sure, is probably going to be over a couple of minutes into the second half as Tatum looking to improve to 5-1 on the year. Hobbs up all over Alamogordo, 27-7. Looked like Alamo might have something for them this year, but I guess the Tigers may be kind of falling off a little bit. They've got some others up on the board as you've got Gadsden upsetting Goddard 28-27 tonight. Halftime, Mayfield over Deming 35-14, and Roswell High blank Santa Teresa 54-0. Next up for these Wildcats, they will be taking on Mayfield, who are leading Deming right now. That'll be next Friday night, and Artesia will be right back here at the Bulldog Bowl to. And I like Santa Teresa. They're very nice to us down there, but I have a feeling that's probably not going to be the prettiest game in New Mexico next week. We'll just leave it at that, as both bands have performed and have headed off of the field. Take a moment to thank our great sponsors who make Wildcat football possible, including Double R Pipe and Supply, the Gandy Corp, Battle Energy, Aftermath Auto Oil Services, Lovington Auto Supply Napa. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Report. Man Welding, B&B Rentals and Services, Lovington Schools, First American Bank of Lovington, Bob's Thriftway, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Stone Oilfield Services. We appreciate those folks very much. You see them there at the banner on the bottom of your screen. You hear their advertisements. So we would encourage you to support those businesses that support your Lovington Wildcats and Lady Cats, and it's because of them that we never have to charge you or put it behind a paywall or beg you for donations or anything like that, which unfortunately too many so-called broadcasters do now. They charge you for stuff that you've been getting for free from the radio stations for years, and they still make you sit through ads. We don't do that, and it's because of those great sponsors right there. Only thing we would ask is that you support those sponsors and that you subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. We appreciate that. We make, and when I say we make money on it, I mean it is an extremely minuscule amount. But we would appreciate that. And telling all your family and friends, too, that they can watch and listen for free and never have to pay and never get begged for donations. So it's because of those great sponsors that we are able to do that. So here in Artesia, getting ready for the teams to come back out for the warm-up of the second half. What are we going to see? I don't know. We saw a little everything in the first. What does the second half hold in store? We'll find out. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your vehicle, and trust me, my friends, you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply Napa, get up and go. And we go to the second half right after this. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back here in Artesia at the Bulldog Bowl, getting ready for the second half of this one. It's been an entertaining one, if not always the best played for either side. Artesia leading Lovington 21-8. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan fieldside, Braden Cooper running camera, and helping out up in the booth tonight, Tiff and Evie Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things and juggling the cats, kittens, and chainsaws back at One Radio Square, Dawn.
Hey, just a note that warming up here on the sideline, Justin Villalobos, number 20, and number 26, Kylan Spencer, both warming up. You got to feel like they're warming up so that if they get called to go in as quarterback, that they're going to be more ready for that. Now, Gutierrez is still out here. He was he's limping just a little bit. He's giving to one of his ankles just a little bit. So he's still in uniform. He's still down here. He's still running around. But those two guys were definitely warming up their arms here.
Having just tweaked my ankle last week, filling in for one of our colleagues, it's not a pleasant experience, so I feel for him.
Ankles all the time.
I really do. Yeah, it's not the most fun thing in the world for an ankle problem. Of course, we don't know for sure that's what it is. We don't really want to speculate,
right.
But
I'm just going by what it looks like and what the kind of movement he's doing. So
absolutely. So back deep to receive for the Wildcats as they will start things off here in this second half. Got a couple of guys back there as we've got. A number 10 and
looks like 40-2.
All right, so we've got Zach Diaz and Aiden Ortiz back deep to receive. It'll be a high end-over-end kick, and that'll be Diaz who gets it. He'll fake the handoff, keep it himself. He's across the 20 to the 25, spins out of a move across the 30, but we're going to have a block in the back, I've got a feeling. So it's going to wind up going from the 30 back to about the 15. What did we say during the Napa know-how keys to the second half? No penalties. And I think we just got the first one. And so I'm going to go Brad Sham grumpy here for just a minute. It just seems to go that way some nights.
So mark it off.
Back and it will be holding on Lovington. So yowza. That's not what you need because you had pretty good field position up about the 30, but because it's from the spot of the foul, it's going to take them all the way back to the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 15 for the Cats. That's all right. Just burn some time off the clock and move it on down the field. Matriculate the ball down the field.
Looks like 26, Kylan Spencer.
And so it'll be Spencer and at the quarterback position. High snap. Spencer handles it, hands it off to Diaz, but nothing doing for Diaz as he's going to lose a couple yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 12 for Lovington.
I also just spoke with Justin Allen, number 18. He is in street clothes, and I've noticed him on the sideline. He's here supporting his teammates. He told me that he's injured outside of one of his feet, his left feet, not feeling so good, so he's rehabbing, and he's game to game.
So Spencer taking over at the quarterbacking position. And it'll be a 2nd down and 12. In the backfield with him is Diaz. They're going to bunch everybody tight on the right. Lovington is moving towards the north end zone. Take the handoff and then throw it underneath and out of the reach of his intended target. That is
Vasquez.
Yep, that'll be Vasquez. So incomplete. Yeah. And so it'll be 3rd down and 12 now for the Wildcats.
And that was really good pressure put on him. Clean coverage by Thomas Melendez, number 29.
What is it about us coming here where we lose quarterbacks? Did last year in the playoffs. We've got Jaden banged up tonight. Justin already a little bit banged up. And so it'll be 3rd down and 12 for the Wildcats, just underway here in the 3rd quarter.
Just feels like Lovington's, handicapped a little bit. Can't bring their best, but that makes you scrappy and tough, too.
Gonna have to find a way here as Spencer, with everybody bunched in tight, they're going to pressure the youngster as he'll come near side, and he will skip that one in to his intended target, trying to get it to Kyler Reeves, incomplete. And so it'll be 4th and forever and punt time for the Wildcats. So now we talked about this as the keys to the second half. Don't allow a big return, and certainly this deep, don't get it blocked. You've got to think Artesia's going to bring everything except the 2 guys they've got back deep to try and get to this one, especially with maybe the line being a little banged up too.
Right. What you want is, I think, a high.
So good, a little bit low, but Caleb will get it away, and that will be a high one into the southeast New Mexico night sky, and a fair catch called for and made by Charlie Campbell. And so it'll be 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 49, but boomed that one away pretty good to let the defense go back to work, and work they are going to have to do. So 1st and 10, Artesia's first drive of the second half. Lovington managed to pull 57 seconds off the clock. Another case of woulda, coulda, shouldas. Maybe when you look back at this game, but Lovington has certainly made it competitive and very fun. So Warren back out there as the quarterback. Parra is his running back. Twins to the left, single make that twins to the right. Good snap. Warren pump fake one way, comes back, swings it out on the wide receiver screen, or rather on the running back screen to Parra. He gets it across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 to Parra, 2nd down and 4.
It was almost a backwards pass. I mean, it just squeaked into the lateral mode there.
Perfectly okay to go a backwards pass as long as they catch it.
Yep.
And so it'll be a 2nd down and call it 4 for Artesia inside Lovington territory from the near hash mark. Twins left, twins right. Cats with 3 men across the front. Just a couple of linebackers. Looking to pass as Warren goes up the far sideline and overthrows his intended target. Trying to get Hodling down there, and it'll be incomplete, and so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6 now, or a 3rd and 4, I should say, for Artesia.
Pretty good coverage by Aiden Nunez on him.
So on a 3rd down and 4, 10-17 to go, 3rd quarter just underway. Pardon me, that was Ageland, the intended target. Twins left, twins right once again. Hand it to Parra, goes right side, is dropped. Kyler Reeves shoots the gap, gets the block, and crunches Parra. He's going to lose a yard on the play, and it should be punt time for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a couple of times tonight that Kyler has almost, beaten Artesia off the line and just come straight through.
Timed his run in perfectly. So on a 4th down and 5, it'll be punt time for the Bulldogs. They're going to come out in the offensive set, though. They're going to go for it in Lovington territory. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Warren with it, looks left, comes back to the right, has a man. That one will be complete to guess who, his favorite target, Jack Byers tonight. Was that Byers or was that Egeland?
Egeland.
It's on the far side with a lot
86.
of the
86,
line.
so it'll be Egeland, his first catch, and he'll get it down to the 32-yard line. And so it'll be a 1st down and 10 for Artesia. Good snap, hand it off. Parra goes to the right side, stiff arms a man,
left.
Still on his feet. Yeah, left side. right for you. And he's still on his feet, and he will dance and prance and spin and move. And I think he's done everything but the hokey pokey out there, and he'll wind up with 9 yards on the play. So it'll be second down and a yard after the 9-yard move for Parra. Late sub coming in for Lovington, and Artesia going to run. Warren rolls right, throws right.
Tipped.
It'll be complete inside the 15 down to about the 10-yard line.
Yeah,
as that'll be complete to Hodling.
Despite Vasquez getting a hand on it and tipping it, it still managed to be complete. I thought he would manage to tip it away.
And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11 after the 13-yard gain to Hodling. Twins to the left, twins to the right. And so Artesia trying to cash in their first drive. Fake the handoff, though the wide receiver screen, and Egelin can't hold on to it.
Man,
Bustillos in the neighborhood. And so now it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 11.
Yeah, Bustillos jumped up. He was just a little bit late, just a hair late, but he was right there and ready to try to grab that. He would love to have had an INT.
So now on a 2nd down and 10, but Artesia knocking on the door at the 11-yard line. They're going to bring twins left, twins to the right. Deep back is Parra from the near hash mark. Pitch it to Parra, left side, trying to spin it out wide to the left. Gets away from a man. He's inside the 5, puts the shoulders down, and down to about the 2-yard line. 9 more yards for Parra.
That was Rivero who stopped him again, wrapped him up. Really good technique, because if he had actually just kind of tried to pull him back from the back and he fallen forward, he probably would have made it close to the end zone.
And now it'll be 3rd and 1 from the 2-yard line for Artesia. They can smell the end zone. Now they're going to go split backs in the backfield with Warren. Warren surveys the situation. High snap, handles. Goes around, and actually that was going to be, they direct snapped it to Jack Byers, who loses a yard on the play.
Nice pursuit.
Couple on 3 on the play, as a matter of fact.
Nice pursuit by Lovington, who really
did a nice job. And
did.
again, it was Freddie Moncayo who's having a good game. And so now it'll be 4th down and 4 from the 5. 4th and 4 from the 4.5. So I have a feeling they will be going for it. You either get a touch, you're already up by 2 touchdowns, and here you probably wind up a touchdown, a first down, or you've pinned Lovington's ears back. Warren with it, looks to throw, goes right side and into the end zone. That'll be an Artesia touchdown as they tossed it in underneath, and that is to Egeland. So Egeland from 4.5 yards out, and will have an Artesia touchdown. That'll be the 2nd passing touchdown for Derek Warren. First one for Egeland. He's got 2 catches for 12 yards, and Artesia draws first blood here in the second half. 27-8 now the score, and they will go for 2, and that one was just, wow. Somehow he fought through and made it into the end zone. How did that happen?
Yeah, it looked like Lovington had to stop.
Yeah, it looked like they had him well behind the line after a bobbled snap, but didn't come to be. And so with 7:14 to go in the third, Artesia 29, Lovington 8. Wildcat football back in a moment.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Dominguez to kick it away after the Artesia touchdown and 2-point conversion. It'll be bobbled and fallen forward, and it is just going to have to be eaten by the Wildcats back about the 13-yard line. Nearly complete disaster, but it'll be averted as falling on it and keeping it in Lovington possession will be Ortiz. So, Dawn, what do you do now if you're the Cats? You've got to answer here.
Yeah, I think that they've got to move the ball. They need to have a couple of big plays here, and that's a big ask out of young, untested, untried quarterbacks.
And now they're going to run Rivero as the quarterback now. So this is kind of what they did with Gutierrez. They would put him in at quarterback. Rivero gets it, and he'll come to the near side, and on the
fake handoff, and he took it himself over to the left.
And he takes it out to about the 18-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup for Rivero. And so it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Lovington. I like that they're getting it in their skilled players and their experienced players' hands. And any way you have to do it, that's the way you do it.
I think that was a good call. Now they're going to bring Gutierrez out, and Chase Terrell goes in.
So Terrell goes in, and they're going to keep running Rivero at the quarterback position. So Rivero in as the quarterback. Elijah with it. He'll just run it himself. Sweeps it to the right side. Gets a hole. Nice. He's across the 25 out to the 28-yard line. 9 yards for Elijah Rivero. And move the chains. First down Lovington. Their 3rd first down of the night.
I like this. If you're going to run the ball anyway, you have a guy who's accustomed to taking the ball off of handoffs and running, finding the holes, following the blocking, following the tackles, and getting yardage. So, it's pretty good. When your back's against the wall, it's not a bad come up with.
And Rivero will stay in as the quarterback. So waiting on it, and he will hand it off this time.
It's Spencer.
Yeah,
it was Spencer. Okay, I got confused there, and he hands it off. Who'd he hand it off to? Was it Diaz? Or was it Ortiz?
Yeah, it was Ortiz.
Ortiz, okay. So Ortiz will pick up 2 yards on the play. It is ever-changing backfield for the Wildcats. I'm just going to keep my binoculars up.
Now Spencer went back in. I don't know that.
Yep, Spencer is the quarterback, and Diaz is his running back this time. I know that for 100% fact. So Spencer back in at the quarterback position on a 2nd down and 8. He will hand it off to Diaz, who goes right into the teeth of Artesia. They were pulling that left side. And, we got some whistles and some probably words being said. Is Zach going to get back to the line? No gain on the play. 3rd down and 8 for Lovington. 5:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs up over the Cats, 29-8. But if you're just joining us, Jaden Gutierrez is out injured.
But Gutierrez, I think, somebody ran in.
Yeah, on the
it
late.
Like,
nope,
on the
that was 44.
It's
That'll
44,
be Miguel
not
Perez.
14, yeah, it's 44.
So Miguel Perez checking in. He'll be in the slot on the left side. Spencer with it. Comes to the left, looking. Just going to have to take it himself, and he'll fall forward to about the 30. Spencer going to wind up with a 1-yard gain.
Rivero.
That was Rivero, okay. So Rivero with a 1-yard gain and nothing doing, and so it'll be punt time for the Wildcats. As the Cats tonight have used 1, 2, 3 different quarterbacks. I said, I don't know what we got to do to keep a quarterback in the whole game here.
Got a big quarterback.
So now it'll be a punt situation. So Aranda to boot it away. They're taking some time off the clock. Good snap, good kick. High end over-ender, bounces at the 40 and then takes a neutral bounce. And just having to chug through and grab that one was Chase Terrell. So Artesia will take over with 3:54 to go here in the 3rd, up by 3 touchdowns. And they will have it out around the 36-yard line. They're going to put it at 39.
39.
So the 39-yard line, 1st down and 10. Really, for, the way this game has gone, this could be a complete runaway, and it is not yet. Lovington definitely came to play this evening, even if maybe it's going to wind up not going their way. just not quite enough depth, but you don't expect to need it at the quarterback position. As
Fake
Warren
pitch out.
fakes, pitches, tosses, bobbled by
13.
Whitehead, and he is
Whitehead.
up the sideline, and he steps out at the 40, make that the 38-yard line, so that's 11, 21, 22, 23 to Whitehead. Sawyer Whitehead with the Artesia first down.
He's wearing lucky number 13. And he's back out here on the side again.
And they will throw the wide receiver screen near side to Para, and he's going to get slammed down. And one of the Lovington Wildcats who did the slamming is down, and he's not feeling good. They're going to say cramp. It'll be a 3-yard completion to Para.
They got to his foot right away. I think he was hollering cramp, so they got over there to start stretching him out right away.
Yeah, definitely so. You certainly hope that.
It is a hot night, and because this is a bowl, there's not as much breeze as there should be.
Yeah,
and
the heat kind of comes in and just kind of sits on you in a bowl situation.
That first half was extremely hot and sweaty down here. It's starting to cool off just a little bit, but these guys have lost working so hard in the first half. They're down a few
and
electrolytes.
Kyler Reeves is up, and so he's hobbled. And again, Lovington is building their depth, and we're seeing a lot of new names tonight that we haven't seen before. And I like that Coach Bailey is thinking about that, but I hate that he's having to.
And Reeves looks like he's walking it off. He's okay now.
He was kind of hobbled, but now that he's gotten some weight on it and is moving forward, he's moving, but he's going to have to go sit out for at least a play. So 2nd down and 7 from the Wildcat 34-yard line. Artesia on the move, trying to add to a 3-touchdown lead here. Warren waits for it. He will pitch it. Para going to run to the left side. Lovington gives chase, and he'll get to the 30, to the 29. It'll be a 5-yard gain before he is gang tackled over there. It'll be 3rd down and about 1.5 yards.
Terrell was the first man to get to him. He kind of started trying to tackle him, and a couple of other Wildcats came up and made the actual stop.
Para 19 carries for 142 yards tonight.
We also have Jesus Morales, number 50, on the turf over here, getting worked on, getting cramps worked out. Cramps in his right calf.
3rd and 2 officially. Fake the pitch to Para, rolling to the right. Warren throws it back, has Para wide open at the 15, 10, 5, and he will take it into the end zone. 29 yards out for Bryce Para. That'll be the 3rd passing touchdown of the night for Derek Warren. And Artesia starting to stretch things out just a little bit with 2:43 to go here in the 3rd.
Kind of the scenario that we talked about during the halftime, that Lovington was going to have to come in, and they fought so hard and used up so much energy in that first half. It's hard to sustain that kind of intensity.
They're going to go with an A11 look. I didn't think that was legal anymore. Get it to Hodling, and he'll dump one over, and that one is knocked away at the last minute by Rivero. And so with 2:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter, it is Artesia 35, Lovington 8. Wildcat football continues. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Back here, and after the kickoff, it's Lovington taking it up and being upended about
Ortiz
at the 25-yard line. Welcome back. A 16-yard pass from Warren, who came across his body to find Bryce Parr, and then the 2-point attempt no good. And so Lovington will take back over with 2:39 remaining in the 3rd. And trailing 35-8 with rotating quarterbacks just doing everything they can to try and keep healthy bodies out there.
And I think at the same time trying to keep Artesia a little off balance.
And it'll be Rivero. He will start at the quarterbacking position. Elijah with it. Keeps it himself. Gets a block from Diaz. Sweeps it out to the left side across 30, 35 to the 40. Trying to get to the sideline. 45 to the 50 and out of bounds inside Artesia territory at about the 47-yard line. So let's see. That'll be 25. See where they stick him officially. They'll put him at the 49. So it'll be a 25-yard gain for Elijah Rivero and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Nice
Rivero
run.
coming out, Spencer coming back in.
But, as I said before, for a player, too, it's really effective because he's accustomed to being handed. He's watching the ball, being handed the ball.
From Bulldog territory at the 49-yard line, Spencer, he will pitch it to Diaz. No room for Zach. Keeps trying to spread it out, but he'll be back in Lovington territory around the 47-yard line as he's going to lose 4 yards on the play. And so now it'll be second down and 14 for the Wildcats. That one didn't work quite like they planned. And getting up slowly is Chase Terrell. That's not something you want to see.
I think he's all right. He's limping just a little bit, but he's waving him off, saying he's okay. He just took a hit.
Took a helmet to the knee.
Yeah, I think it got him in the solar plex. It was
Way,
more
it
the
all
mid.
felt good.
Yeah, it was more midsection, and the breath knocked out of him rather than gimping
Then
with the leg or something. Yeah.
maybe permanent or at least game ending. And you will have Rivero and Spencer both on the field this time. And it will be Spencer at the quarterback position. Rivero will line up to the left side in the wide receiver core. So Spencer waiting on it. Good snap. Spencer back to pass. Goes right, looks right, tosses it up, and that one will be complete.
Yes, and a flag, as that's number 20, Villalobos.
Villalobos with his first catch of the night.
Madrid. 20.
20, yes, that is Jude Madrid. You are right. So Jude Madrid with it. I have a feeling Lovington's going to wave this one off. So let's see. That would be 25, 26, 27 yards on the completion from Spencer. And they will decline it. It'll be first down for the Wildcats.
But that was Villalobos, number 20. Number 20.
It's Madrid.
Oh,
they've
it's yet
changed
another
that.
change.
Yet
Okay.
another change.
Didn't know that. You guys didn't tell me that.
Sorry about
Okay.
that.
All right. So Madrid.
So it'll be first and 10 as Spencer gets his second completion of the night down at the Artesia 23-yard line. Back to pass. Spencer steps up, fires, goes to the back of the end zone. Caught into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. Jude Madrid takes it to the house from wherever they were, 23 yards out, and it'll be a Lovington Wildcat touchdown. 23 yards to the house. And Jude Madrid, welcome to the varsity, young man, and point after now for the Wildcats to come.
And exactly what you want to see when the chips are down and some players have got to step up and get the job done, and he does.
So now Orlando on the point after as whistles sound before, and we got a false start on Artesia. Actually, offsides on Artesia. I hate writing those down because they're just half the distance to the goal. It's a 1-yard penalty. Now the question is, if you're Lovington, do you think about the 2 because you're at the 1-yard line instead of the 2?
I think Coach says he's just gonna take it. I think so.
35-14 the score right now with the point after to come. So welcome to the stat sheet, Kyler Spencer, and welcome in Jude Madrid.
Little bit of confusion here as Josh Bailey is talking with the ref, and he was not offered the option that he thought he was indicating.
I think he might have thought he could have taken 5 yards on the kickoff, but they didn't offer that. And so the point after, though, is good, and with 95 seconds to go in the third, it is Lovington trailing Artesia 35-15. More Wildcat football right after this.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
As Kyler Spencer hooks up with Jude Madrid twice after a great 25-yard run by Elijah Rivero, the point after is good, and the Wildcats still fighting. 35-15, they trail by 20, but we've still got a long way to go in this one. Don Morganfield. Yes, Don.
It's interesting. That's who I'll tell you in a moment.
Don Morganfield side. I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper on the camera as Aranda will boot it away, and this one will go through the back of the end zone and bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Bulldogs will take back over.
And before they started the third quarter, and I told you that Spencer and Spencer and Villalobos were warming up, and then found out that 20 was not Villalobos.
Yeah, we got
Exactly.
Yeah, sorry, Don. We got a roster right before kickoff that
had some changes on it. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I had thought that it was the other way around who was warming up to go in as quarterback, and so it ended up being. And the two guys who were actually throwing to each other to warm up were exactly the pair that just teamed up for the touchdown.
That'll work, and so good insight. So it'll be 1st and 10. Warren from the pistol formation. He will toss it. Now they're going to try the flea flicker as tossing that one down, and that one is incomplete as they tried to get Byers. They want the pass interference. They are not going to get it. Good coverage down the field by Alejandro Kame.
And Aiden Nunez, number 27. He's the guy who actually batted it away, but he did it cleanly.
It'll be incomplete no matter how you look at it, and so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Artesia. Lovington trailing by 20, but still very much in this if they can get some stops and string them together. Para is the deep back, twins to the left, twins to the right. Tight end on the left side. Tight end on the right. Pitch it to Para. Sweeping it out to the near side. Crossing the 20, but he's going to be run out after just a 2-yard gain. Kyler Reeves in there also teaming up with Chase Terrell. It'll just be a 2-yard gain for Para. Not a lot of room to run, and it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Artesia.
And I think that was diving for it to try to stop him was Vasquez, and Vasquez just missed him by a whisker. Otherwise, he would have been down at the line of scrimmage.
So very important 3rd down and 8 with 1:22 to go here in the third. Twins left, twins to the right. Good snap. Warren waits on it, throws it, and that one is going to be complete. Almost picked off. Instead, it'll be complete out to the 39-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down for Artesia. Jack Byers will take it.
And again, Villalobos was just a whisker away, a fingertip away from being able to get an INT on that.
And so it'll bring up a 1st and 10. That's the 10th 1st down for Artesia out to their own 39-yard line. Twins to the left, twins to the right. 1 minute to go in the third. As Warren going to change the play at the line. They're going to put a man further out in the slot on the right side. Good snap. Back to pass Warren. He comes across the middle and overthrows everybody. His intended target there was Fuentes.
Actually, the closest guy to that football was Alex Kame, number 3 for Wildcats.
Yeah, Kame was in the neighborhood too.
And I misspoke. I think a minute ago when I was saying number 8, it was Joaquin Vasquez. It was number 8 who twice came within just a whisker of stopping.
All right, so
and
it'll
then
be
intercepting.
2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. 35 seconds to go in the third. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Warren, option pitch near side, bobbled momentarily by Para. Then he's going to be pushed out as he crosses the 40 to the 44-yard line. Pick up a 5 for Para. He's got 149 rushing yards on 29 carries. And so it'll bring up that 3rd and 5. Again, another important 3rd down. He went out of bounds, so it stops the clock with 30 seconds. So on a 3rd down and 5, you want to stop him from converting. Parr the deep back with Warren. Good snap, looks to pass, tosses it, has the screen,
Yep,
gets it to his man across the 40, 35
19.
to the 30. That's hodling down to the 20-yard line. So let's see, that's going to be 7, 17, 27, 37 yards to hodling, and that will move the chains for Artesia. That one hurts a little bit because that'll run out the quarter pretty much.
And Artesia quickly getting to the line.
1st and 10 from Artesia inside the Lovington red zone. They'll throw the screen to the near side this time and to the 10-yard line. It'll be an 11-yard pickup by Whitehead.
Terrell and 25 on that stop.
So 11 yards to Whitehead, now 198 through the air for Warren. He's starting to heat up just a little bit. And that'll end the 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th. It's Artesia 35, Lovington 15. Wildcat football back on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com from KZOR.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Back here for the start of the 4th quarter as the Artesia Bulldogs are on the march. They lead this one by 20, but Lovington, despite having injuries and missing Jaden Gutierrez for the whole second half, are doing their darndest to make a game out of this one. So back here it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line as we start this 4th quarter off. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Warren with Parr in the backfield with him. 4-receiver set. Lovington with 3 men across the front. A couple of linebackers are available. Warren looks to pass, goes right and in and out of the hands of his intended target. A diving hodling incomplete, and so it'll be a 2nd down and 10 from the 11 for Artesia. Don Morgan field side, I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper running the camera tonight, helping spot. And so on a 2nd and 10 from the 11, Artesia back out there in a huge crowd on hand, as you would expect. Lovington traveled well tonight. They fake the handoff to Hodling on the end around, then pitch it to Parra, and he's to the 5, and he's into the end zone. And 9 seconds into the 4th quarter, Bryce Parra has his 2nd rushing touchdown of the night and makes this a 41-15 ball game. 160 yards on 22 carries for Parra tonight, with the point after to come. Well, no matter the outcome of this one, though, Don, Artesia's going to know they've been in a ball game.
Lovington's definitely making them work for it, and Lovington is working so hard. And again, I think that given everything that they've had to deal with in this game, that it's, other teams would have given up more points by this time than Lovington.
A lot of teams would have folded. Lovington is not, and a lot of times
shaken up too.
And he's been shaken up a couple of times. Yeah, you lose your starting quarterback and kind of your leading player as early as they did, and have kind of been having to just mix and match and fill in as they can. We're talking about Jaden Gutierrez. We hope he's going to be back and okay, but a lot of teams would have folded like a cheap shirt, especially with everything going on as far as homecoming, and you're playing a team you hadn't beaten in a while. And
right.
Lovington has not done that. I think a lot of teams, this would have been running clock or maybe even over by now, but that is not the case here.
Kyler Reeves is kind of being walked around, and he's kind of walking things off and getting his stride back with help from a couple of the coaches. He's coming over on the sideline.
And I'm not sure what the delay is here on the point after, but of course, I'd like to say a big thanks to all of our great sponsors. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. Couldn't do it without their help and support. Because of them, we never have to charge you or beg you for donations. We don't think that's right, and so we don't do it. Thanks to those folks. So Lovington will be coming after the point after, as now they'll say we can go. Artesia going to have to reset. There we go. And the snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good. 9 seconds into the fourth quarter. Artesia 42, Lovington 15. We'll just keep it right here and say a big thanks to our friends at Stone Oilfield Services, also Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, First American Bank of Lovington, and Lovington Schools. Also brought to you tonight by B&B Rentals and Services, Man Welding, Lovington Auto Supply, Napa, Aftermath Hot Oil Services, Battle Energy, the Gandy Corp, and Double R Pipe and Supply. I'm TJ Miracle, back in the saddle after being out the last couple weeks, filling in for some of our other colleagues around for some health issues. And Dawn Morgan back on the sidelines tonight. Thanks again for filling in for me, Dawn. Braden Cooper running camera tonight. So the Bulldogs beating the Wildcats 42-15 here. Up next for Lovington after tonight, we'll hit the road to Las Cruces next weekend, head to the Field of Dreams to take on the Mayfield Trojans. Up next for Artesia, they'll have these Desert Warriors of Santa Teresa in here next Friday night.
That game's going to be bad.
Well, it depends on what color jersey you're wearing.
Well, I'm saying for Santa Teresa.
And so teeing it up will be Guerrero to kick it away. Just 9 seconds gone, and it'll be a low line drive, and that one is going to bounce and then go into the end zone. Lovington with a bit of a break there as Ortiz has trouble handling it, but it'll go out of the back of the end zone, so Lovington will get it at the 20. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, Lovington Sports YouTube. Please subscribe and let all your family and friends know, of course, that they can watch their Wildcats and Lady Cats absolutely free of charge. So 1st and 10 for the Cats as they drive towards the south end zone. And so you learn a lot about a team when they face adversity, and Lovington certainly has tonight. And even though it's probably not going to wind up the way they want it on the scoreboard, they have shown a lot, at least to me, Dawn.
Yeah, they have. They've shown a lot of fight, a lot of heart. They've shown that they're not giving up. They're doing everything that the coaches are asking of them, or at least it looks that way to me. And it's a tough situation to be in if you're a player. This kind of a game.
Spencer is the quarterback, and he will clap the hands, get it. Steps up in the pocket, has time. Now he's going to get flushed. Rolls, fires across the middle. That one batted down, and it'll be incomplete. Spencer's not the tallest young man out there, and that one got swatted away almost volleyball style back in his face by Kaysen Samora. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats.
Coach Bailey is talking directly to him as he is sending him back into the huddle.
So Spencer will be the quarterback once again. He's going to have Madrid and Rivero on the same side, this near side of the field, the right side of the field. Diaz is the back.
And he's got there's
the
Vasquez
snap,
over here.
Looking to throw it. Spencer tosses, wants it, underthrown, and fight for it, incomplete. And they're going to say it was clean. I think if that one's not underthrown, it's probably going to be pass interference, but Carter Moore trying to get to it, not able to, incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd
that
down.
was 44. It was 44. It was Perez. And Vasquez. It was 8 and 44 over here.
Carter Moore's out.
All right, so
Yeah,
it'll be
he's
3rd down
injured.
and 10. Thank you, guys.
In fact, I think he's on crutches over here.
Well, I just saw the 4, so.
Right. And I knew that was the case because it's way over here on my side near me. And from that angle, I could tell you were only seeing half of that number.
I'm going to blame the trifocals.
And some distance. That's
And some
quite a ways
distance.
away.
It's pretty good, John. It's at least 100 yards. Send a man in motion. That is Rivero from the right to the left as Spencer waits on the snap. Back to pass. Gonna look, fire, overthrown, almost picked off, incomplete. And it'll be punt time for the Wildcats.
Intended for Rivero. He went upstairs to try to get it, just managed a fingertip on it.
So 4th down and 10 for Lovington. 11:30 still to go in the ball game. Lovington having to go into aerial attack mode with their third quarterback of the night. Just trying to stay in this one. 42-15 the score.
You got to be a gamer.
That does not tell the whole story. But
you got to be a gamer, and it takes a lot of guts to come in a situation like this at quarterback.
Yes, you do, as Aranda will pull that one off the turf and boot it out to midfield. Takes a Lovington bounce and will go into Artesia territory, then back across the 45, and it'll be downed at the 43 by Chase Terrell. And that's where the Bulldogs will take back over with a chance to get this into running clock timing. If they can get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, let's see if Lovington's defense can keep that from happening with 11:21 remaining here in the ball game. So despite everything Lovington has faced, if they could keep this out of running clock, I would almost consider that to be a victory. I realize moral victories don't count in the win column, but the handoff coming to the near side. Parra makes a nifty little move and then a spin move, and he will cross into Wildcat territory, and he'll get 11 on the play, and it'll be another first down for the Bulldogs, their 12th of the ball game. 171 rushing yards for Bryce Parra, as helping on that stop there was Chris Casadas. First and 10 for Artesia from the Lovington 45-yard line. Hand it to Parra again, runs into one of his own linemen, then bounces it to the outside, is met at the line, and he might have gotten about a yard. There was a couple of cats over there, Dawn.
Yeah, it's coming up from that is 27 and 6. Chase Terrell, and if 27 is still Aiden Nunez on the
Aiden is still 27.
Good to hear.
So 1 yard on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 for Artesia. Clock moves with 10.5 to go. Artesia in control of this one, but Lovington still out there fighting. Fake the pitch to Parra. Warren rolls. It comes near side. It'll be complete across the 40 and then pushed out across the 35-yard line to Whitehead.
I was going to say, I think that's 13 again over there.
Yeah, it is. And he will be at the 32-yard line. Or no, they're going to say the 34-yard line. It's still good for 11 yards, though, no matter how you look at it. It'll be another Artesia first down. That is 9-0-209 through the air for Warren. Whitehead, 3 catches for 45 yards. They will hand it to Whitehead on the end around. He's got some room to move. He's across the 30 to the 25 to the 24-yard line. So Whitehead on the end around.
Brought down by Terrell.
Touches the ball a couple of times in a row. And he'll get the 11 yards. And it'll be another first down for Artesia. They're down to the 23-yard line. The Artesia Bulldogs are finally starting to move and finally starting to put some distance between themselves and the Wildcats. So 1st and 10 from the 23, 9:50 to go in the ball game. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Derek Warren still the quarterback, Parra still the running back. Back to pass. Warren looks right, fakes right, throws right, has a man right, and it is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Edelman.
So Edelman will have his second touchdown of the night. Egeland from 23 yards out will convert it, and that'll be the 3rd passing touchdown of the night for Warren. Egeland, 3 catches for 35 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's not a bad stat line. 232 through the air for Warren. And the point after to come. Looks like they are not going to go for the 2-point conversion to make this a 35-point running clock, and the kick is up, and it is good. 9:43 to go in the ball game. It is Artesia 49, Lovington 15. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Trent Egeland will have his second touchdown of the night. He gets that one from 23 yards out. The point after is good. On the kickoff, it'll be another bobble, but picked up, running it back. And across
15.
the 15 to the 17-yard line.
Mendeville.
He's kind of wondered where he'd been today, but now we know he's out there now. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, 9:37 remaining on the clock. Lovington trailing by 34. Final in Tatum tonight. Tatum 52, Hagerman 0. And in the fourth quarter, Hobbs 41, Alamogordo 26. Alamogordo trying to make a bit of a comeback late in that one. Other district games tonight, Gadsden falling to Goddard 28-27. They changed that score from earlier. Roswell all over Santa Teresa 54-0. And it's Mayfield over Deming late 48-22. Of course, next week we will be at Mayfield down in Las Cruces as a whistle sounds and a timeout going to be taken by the Wildcats. So we'll just keep it right here and say a big thanks to our friends at Double R Pipe and Supply. All your pipe and supply needs right there with Double R Pipe and Supply. Of course, the Gandy Corporation, good folks over at Gandy. Battle Energy, all your energy needs, Battle can take care of you. You need hot oil services? Well, that's our good friends at Aftermath Hot Oil Services. Lovington Auto Supply Napa. We like to say it, Napa, get up and go. Man Welding, you need something welded? Well, man up and go to Man Welding. B&B Rentals and Services for all of the things that they do. Great supporters of the Wildcats. Lovington Schools, of course. Supporters of the Cats and Lady Cats. First American Bank of Lovington. David and his staff over there. Bob Thriftway, the Jameson family, supporting for years. Eunice Pump and Supply. Great folks to know. And now with the office in Eunice. And, of course, the Stone family at Stone Oilfield Services, making Wildcat football possible. So coming out of the Lovington timeout, it'll be a high snap. Rivero going to pitch this one. And Mendeville, or pardon me, that's going to be, that's 44. That's Perez. He's going to throw it back on the flea flicker to Rivero, and he's got it out across the 45 to the 46-yard line. That'll be 29 yards to Rivero on the flea flicker.
It was a sweet little play, completely, came out of nowhere. But you'd think by the way they executed that they've just, they do that all the time.
So Perez, 1 of 1 for 29 yards through the air, and it'll be first down for the Wildcats. They're going to spot that one officially at the 45-yard line. Again, nobody told the Cats that this game was over.
Spencer's back in there at quarterback.
So Spencer back in to run the quarterback position this time with trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Good.
Diaz.
As Spencer with it. Pump fake, steps up, has time, still with time, throws off the back foot, though, and it'll be complete. He will get that one to Madrid across the 35 and then slung down at the 30-yard line. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 yards to Madrid and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Two incredibly creative plays out of nowhere that I think took even Lovington by surprise. They are stepping up.
Yes,
they are not ready to go home.
No, they are not. 9 minutes to go in this one.
Reeves comes out, and Vasquez goes back in, and so
Madrid
does Spencer with the play.
3 catches tonight for 75 yards. Welcome to the varsity, young man.
Still 8:51 left to play.
Yeah, Spencer out there. Lovington going to try and cut the lead down. Spencer back to pass. Looks left, throws left, complete. And that'll be Rivero. Or is that Vasquez?
I think it's going to be Vasquez when he gets up. We'll see. Is it Rivero? It is
Rivero.
9. It's 9. It's 9.
So Rivero across the 30 to the 28-yard line. So it'll be a pickup to Rivero. Let me get over there. That'll be a pickup of 2. He's got 3 catches for 41 yards. And I'm just going to start adding Spencer onto this line up here because I'm out on my secondary quarterbacking line.
Vasquez is out there and will stay in. And he actually is a couple of inches taller than Rivero.
And so it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Inside of Artesia territory from the Bulldog 28-yard line. Twins left, Twins to the right. Send the man in motion from left to right. Spencer back to pass. Wants it all. Goes down the left sideline. Underthrown, but adjusting and coming back on it is Elijah Rivero, and he'll be down at the 5. Move the chain.
That's Joaquin Vasquez.
That's Vasquez. Okay.
There we go.
23 yards to Vasquez, no matter how you look at it. And move the chains. 1st down, Lovington. That'll be their 8th first down.
I knew it wasn't because I was busy looking at 9 over the other side of the field saying, what? He's good, but I know he cannot occupy me in 2 places at the same time.
Vasquez, 2 catches, 70 yards tonight, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 5.5 for the Wildcats. Officially from the 6. Spencer sends a man in motion from the left to the right. Good snap. Spencer back, rolls right, pump fake, comes across the middle, and throws behind or in front of his intended target. It's incomplete no matter how you look at it.
And it was intended for Madrid.
So he's already hooked up with Madrid once this evening for a 23-yard touchdown.
Just a little bit low.
So it will be a 2nd and goal from the 6. And just quick, something of note here. It was an injury way back when that brought an unheralded underclassman onto the field, and then Lovington reeled off 4 straight appearances in a state title game. Kid's name was Jacob Jameson. Not saying that Spencer is going to have that, but you never know, and that'll be up.
Yep.
And
Good.
6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats, but I have a feeling we are maybe going to have pass interference. Who caught it, just so I have it? Was
Joaquin.
that
Yeah,
was
it
Vasquez.
was Vasquez.
Joaquin Vasquez.
Yeah, I thought you said that. I thought you said Vasquez.
Vasquez
Hit it.
for 6. The question is did he go over the back? And will it be pass interference on Lovington
Well, the refs
or
are
pass
talking about
interference on Artesia? If it's on Artesia, it will be declined for sure.
Yeah, and I
it
think
will be.
I think
Hold
it was,
on, I'm waiting on the call. Lovington's acting like it will be a touchdown. And it will
I
be
saw the
pass-
Whitecap ask Coach Bailey if he wanted to accept it. He was like, no.
So it will be the touchdown as the pass interference is declined. So touchdown for the Wildcats. And running it in will be Rivero as he takes another 2-point conversion to the house. And with 7:10 remaining in the ball game, Artesia 49, Lovington 3. But what are we seeing out there? I don't know, but we'll find out. Coming back in just a minute. Wildcat football continues.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
6 yards from the backup quarterback, Kyler Spencer. Actually, the number 3 quarterback, Kyler Spencer, goes to Joaquin Vasquez, his 3rd catch of the night and his first touchdown. Then the 2-point conversion on the snap to Mr. Do-Everything, Elijah Rivero. And it is 49-23, but the Cats not going away. I remember, if you haven't been a part of Wildcat Nation long enough to remember when Jacob Jameson came in and took over as the quarterback. One a little bit more recent would be Wyatt Gomez, who came in for an injured quarterback, and during his time as a sophomore, I believe, holds the record for most passing yards in a game that he set against Alamogordo, of all teams, like 600 and something yards. I remember my stat sheet looked like my pen blew up on it. So there is a bit of precedence in the last generation of backup unheralded quarterbacks coming in and providing a spark for these Lovington teams. I realize different
It's
coaches.
an onside kick, guys.
And it is an onside kick bouncing around. Lovington's got it. The Cats have it.
Yes.
Got it after 10 yards. Got it on the bounce. Lovington football. The Cats have it back, and we ain't done yet here at the Bulldog Bowl.
Yep, I heard one of the coaches. I was not going to say anything until Aranda was headed to the ball to not give it away at all before the kick. But, heard these guys were, the coaches called for the onside and got the guys ready. And
1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Wildcat football on the onside kick.
Executed perfectly.
Yes, it was. Caleb Aranda is definitely extremely good, and Coach Maupin is going to be out at the hash marks. He's barking that Lovington touched it before 10. No, believe me, they wouldn't be at the 37 if they'd have touched it before it went 10 yards. That's just at the 50. And so, the ref said it bounced up. They got it after 10. It's Lovington football at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. And he's still barking. He's not mad, or he's not happy. Matter of fact, he's mad. If Artesia orange were red, that's the color Coach Maupin would be. He's really kind of Roswell red down there, if you want to go that route. So Kyler Spencer back out at the quarterback position. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Lovington trying to cut into this even more. They'll send Rivero in motion from left to right. They go trips right side. Spencer back to pass. Throws it up the seam. Has a man complete to Perez inside the 10. And then loses the football, and it goes out of the back of the end zone.
I think he had control of it. He got bumped. Are they going to say that it's incomplete?
I don't know, but
he got bumped after
I think he made a football move, but if he fumbled it and it goes out of bounds, it's been too long since I had that call. I think it would come back out to the 20, and I don't know if it would be theirs or ours.
There's an Artesia Bulldog down on the field.
Yes, there is. And so it's fumbled through the end zone.
It looked like he had control of it. It did.
And so there is a timeout for injury on the field.
He got caught between a sandwich. As soon as he caught that, he got hit from both sides.
Yeah, Perez, and it will be at the 20, and it'll be Artesia football. I hate that. So it's going to be 31 yards and then a fumble for Perez. That'll be the 3rd turnover of the night for the Wildcats, and it'll be Artesia football. 136 yards for Spencer, but that fumble is going to be costly.
Maybe they can just knock it right back.
And so back out onto the field. Artesia will have it at the 20 on the fumble. The pitch coming to the near side. Para is hit at the 20 and brought down, but we're going to have a horse collar. So
face mask.
We're going to, of course, I saw him get the back of the jersey there as he drags down. That'll be number 41, Christian Sing Sing. So, that'll be 15 yards, and, it'll be the personal foul variety no matter how you look at it. Only question, you saw a face mask, I saw a horse collar.
And I was thinking it was going to be a late hit.
And it's a face mask, so good eye, Braden. So Sing Sing with no gain on the play, but they'll put 15 onto the end of it. And that'll be a first down for Artesia. They're 15th of the night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th penalty for 80 yards on the Wildcats. And bring it out to the 35-yard line. 6:45 remaining in this one. Artesia trying to put the exclamation point on it, but Lovington not going away. New quarterback in the game, and the handoff to Sing Sing again, and he just gets blown up behind the line. As putting the big shoulder into him. That was Jaden Garcia. It was. And the new quarterback in the game is Lucas Atkins, and Sing Sing going to lose 3 on the play. And so it'll bring up a 2nd down and 13. So Atkins, the new quarterback in the game. Artesia pulling guys off the bench. And we'll have another new running back in the ball game. This will be Steven Peralta. And I would imagine as Atkins back to pass, comes near side and he's hit as he lets that one fly. And incomplete pass as Atkins got blown up just as he let that one go.
By Joaquin Vasquez.
So Vasquez hits it, falling on it just in case it was a live ball was Braden Franklin. So incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 13 now for Artesia.
Yeah, no, I like that. You play it out. You play it out just in case. You do what you're supposed to do. Finish the play just in case it's something else.
So on a 3rd down and 13, 5:53 to go here in the ball game. Artesia starting to empty the bench out just a little bit. As Atkins is the quarterback. Looks like we've got another new running back in the ballgame. Nope, that's Peralta again. Atkins to pass, goes right side, up the seam, overthrows everybody, and Rivero almost comes down with it.
Kame.
It was Kame is his last name.
Number
Alex
3.
Kame.
So Kame almost coming down with it. The way the shirt crinkled, it could have been an 8, it could have been a 9, it could have been a 3, and
absolutely.
I got it wrong on everybody.
Yeah, it's okay. I knew the number, and I also knew I had asked him at the very
As
first.
Coach Moppin is barking at his wide receiver who comes off the field. He's not happy with that young man. And so on a 4th down and 13, it'll be punt time for the Bulldogs. As it'll give the Wildcats an opportunity to chop a little further into this one as a late sub coming in, and Coach Moppin going to have to take the time out, and that's not going to make him any happier. 5:47 remaining in the ballgame. Artesia 49, Lovington 23. Back in a moment here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back here at the Bulldog Bowl in Artesia, the Wildcats trailing the Bulldogs 49-23. But the story of the game thus far has been the play of Kyler Spencer coming off the bench as the number 3 quarterback for Lovington, and he is already gone for 136 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
Yeah, with help
here this evening.
With help from some fresh, receivers as well, some new names.
Yeah, and now a chance to cut even in further into the lead. I don't know that they're going to be able to come all the way back with just 5:40 to go, but if they can get this even closer, that would be a big deal. So the punt to come with 5:47 to go. Lovington having all kinds of confusion on the front, and Vasquez trying the edge rush, and that'll be kind of a wobbler, but it takes a huge bounce, and that almost touched the return man, but getting away from it in time was Rivero, and so Artesia will down it back at the 20-yard line in Lovington territory. So pretty good punt there for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Mac Chase Field at the Bulldog Bowl. Dawn Morgan patrolling the field. Braden Cooper helping spot, running camera tonight. So an 80-yard field, 79 yards. Officially, they'll put it at the 21. So the Wildcats trying to chop into this just a little bit more. And so it'll be 1st down and 10. And it'll be Spencer. And Spencer back to pass. Looking, firing, throwing it, and into the hands and complete to Rivero out near midfield. He's across the 50 to the 48-yard line. Move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats, 31 yards to Elijah Rivero.
He caught that one in traffic.
Yes, he did. So 31 yards, 167 through the air now for Spencer, and it's 1st down for Lovington inside Artesia territory.
All right. So before the very first game of the year, with I went over some pronunciations.
Hold on, Don.
All right.
We can go over it in a minute. So it'll be trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Back in the backfield is Diaz with Spencer. Spencer gets it. Back to pass. Has time. Fires across the middle. That one was high. Incomplete.
And intended for number 8, who is Vasquez.
So what were you going to say, Don?
I checked the pronunciation of several of the players' names with all the girls, the managers of the team, who should know. And they all swore to me and said, because I said it's Alex Kame, and they said, no, it's Kame. So I just now got a chance to talk to Alex because he was on the sideline coming off of that series. And yes, he did say it's Kame. The girls got it wrong. I believe them. Was vehement about it, but I got it straight from Alex's mouth. It is Kame, and that was my initial.
Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Ooh, it's a little bit of a bobble. Spencer handles it, fires across the middle, and ooh, that one almost picked off. It'll wind up being incomplete.
Yeah, in and out of the hands of 12, Paul Sanchez.
So incomplete.
It's a little bit low.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10. Well, Don, I have my own story about a name mispronunciation. As it
makes me aggravated for trying it, trying to verify it and not going with my first instinct, which was Kame.
Well, I understand. Like I said, mea culpa. I mispronounced a kid's name one time back in the old days. It was my first year doing Permian football, which is a completely weird experience, I might add. And
Odessa Permian.
Yeah, and don't get me started on the
Friday
movie.
Night Lights, right.
Yeah, and the producers especially. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right, 3rd down and 10. Back to pass, up the middle, up the seam, and just overthrown.
And
it'll be to Madrid, intended target. But, yeah, I mispronounced one of the wide receivers' names my very first game, and I have lived in Odessa the grand total of about a week at this point. And I got back to the office to drop my equipment off after the game, and I had a death threat from the kid's dad.
Yeah, I believe that. Football in Texas, very serious.
Yes, it was. And it was kind of like Krzyzewski, Coach K. It was kind of one of those type names.
Right.
And I don't know how they got this last name, how it was pronounced. I still remember how to pronounce it, by the way, because his father offered to kill me. Turns out he was one of our clients, and he was having a bad day. But anyway, yeah, as long as there's no death threats involved, it's okay.
It's all right.
On 4th and 10, the Cat's going to go for it. No choice but to do it, and throwing behind Sanchez, his intended target. It'll be incomplete, and over on downs, back to Artesia with 4:39 remaining in the ball game. And like I said, don't get me started on the producers of the Friday Night Lights movie either.
Well, you were almost in it, or your elbow was. Is that right?
I sat in as an extra a couple of nights, but there was the way the radio and things worked over there. There were actually 2 of us doing Permian. We rotated games depending on where they were, but it's almost like rain delay theater at this point. But we'll get into that in a minute as Atkins will be back out, the backup quarterback for Artesia. Peralta is his running back. He will pitch it to Peralta. Comes to the near side, is hit in the backfield, gets away from one. Flag on the play. I think we're going to have a face mask.
That looked like a face mask.
Probably the 5-yard variety.
And it really came out of just a missed tackle. I don't think it was intentional as he was reaching out to try to get him, but 2 opportunities to tackle and really a bad tackling technique on that.
Yeah, it could very possibly be a hold, but I'm thinking it's going to be a face mask. Peralta with 5 if it stands. Is Coach Maupin going to come out and ask about it? It will be face mask on Lovington, declined, as it was just the 5-yard variety.
So Ty Norton comes out off the line, and going in for him is Lucas Quintana.
So it'll be 2nd down and 5 to go after the penalty decline, and that keeps the clock moving at 4.5 minutes to go. So Atkins from the pistol formation, twins to the left, twins to the right, cleanup time here. Throw it onto the near side. That one will be complete, looking for some room. Across the 40 down to the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 for number 80 who caught that one. That is their Blackburn.
Yep, George Blackburn.
So 12 yards to Blackburn. Well, I get that. That's the first completion for Atkins, but yeah, the way it worked, but there were two of us who actually did Permian on rotating weeks, and, well, I'll get back to the story in a minute. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Atkins waits on it on a 1st down and 10. Pitches it over to Peralta, near side, crossing the 30 to the 28-yard line. It'll be another pickup of 5 for Peralta. But we were asked to try out for the movie, both myself and the other guy who were doing it. And we did. We submitted tapes. We did everything we had to do. And then when they started filming, the producers came by the studio and we said, hey, when do you need us to do the radio? What's going on? He goes, no, we didn't pick either one of you. You didn't sound like you were enough from West Texas.
There you had been
Talk
signed.
about making me feel about 3 feet tall. Born and raised as Atkins rolls right, throws right, tipped, and incomplete. So there is my brush with fame.
Right.
I was allowed to try out for the radio guy and Friday Night Lights and told I didn't sound enough like I was from Texas.
But the irony is that as a sports guy, once you got into radio, you were trying to lose a lot of your Texas twang. You were trying not to sound so Texan, right?
Well, I've always kind of sounded this way. I've worked pretty hard over the years.
And
high school
unfortunately, it worked
speech,
against you.
high school speech class, I got rid of a lot of the drawl, but trips to the right, single receiver to the left. They'll give it to Peralta coming to the strong side. He crosses the 25 down to about the 22-yard line. He'll pick up 4. And it'll be 4th down and 1 to go for Artesia. Under 3 minutes to play in this one.
Miem Bustillos is in on that.
So 49-23, and not sure why they're not continuing to run the clock unless they're going to come out and measure. Wow, and they gave him forward progress of another yard, so it'll be another 1st down for Artesia. That'll be their 17th 1st down of the ball game.
Yeah, they actually did measure over here on the sideline. The ref spotted it for them. So they confirmed that it was a 1st down.
So it'll be 1st down after Peralta carries it in. 2.5 minutes to go in this one. Artesia trying to sew it up. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Pump fake right, then dump it on the running back screen across the 20 to the 15-10-5, and that'll be an Artesia touchdown. As it just didn't work like Lovington wanted it to. And did you catch that number, Dawn?
Nope, not before the lights started going up and down. But I did see that he ran through and by at least 7 of the Wildcats who reached out and just either couldn't get him or couldn't get him fast enough.
I'm going to give it to Blackburn, so we'll go with that.
Pacheco.
What's that?
Pacheco.
81, okay.
I think the loudspeaker announcer said that.
All right, well, we'll go with that. So that'll be 35 yards through the air for Atkins. The point after to come, and it is up, and it is good. 2:21 remaining in the contest. Artesia 56, Lovington 23. We'll be back. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
As it is a 23-yard pass from Atkins to Pacheco, and the point after is good. And with 2:21 remaining in the ballgame, Artesia 56, Lovington 23. But Lovington's 23 have been a extremely hard-fought 23, and Artesia's 56 have not been easy. That's just my observation. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan patrolling field side, Braden Cooper spotting and running camera for us tonight. So the kickoff to come. Lovington still with an opportunity for maybe get that touchdown back. They've got time, couple timeouts to play with. Kickoff, it's a high end over-ender. Fielded at the 1, bringing it out to the 5, to the 10, to the 15. Going sideways across the 20, Rivero, and out to the 25. And then he's going to be slammed down at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cats with 2:10 remaining in the contest. So Lovington will fall to 2-4 overall on the year, 1-2 in district. Artesia improves to 5-1 and will go 3-0 in district, but still a lot to play for. 12 teams get in the playoffs, and there's only 2 5A districts. So still a whole lot to play for in the point differential. Well, when it's really more than 10 points, it doesn't matter. It's a 10-point max either way on that. I don't think that's going to wind up mattering, but you never know. And, well, if you can pass the eye test, high snap, it's handled by Spencer. He's just going to have to take it himself.
It's 44. It's Perez.
It's Perez. Thank you. So Perez becomes the 9th Lovington ball carrier of the night to touch the ball, and he winds up getting a yard out of it.
And don't get us started on a lot of people with that last name. Some of them like Perez, and some prefer Perez. So, and you never know which.
Well, you do one, I'll do the other, and then maybe we'll be right.
Yeah. We have learned calling Lovington sports over the years. Yeah.
And Perez will be the 5th quarterback of the night tonight for the Wildcats. Waiting on it. He'll keep it himself. He'll sweep it over to the left side across the 30 to the 35 and out to the 37-yard line. Pick up a 9 for Perez, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Their 10th of the night.
I think he's only a freshman, too.
I think so. When he gets out to – it's the 10th first down of the night for the Wildcats. 2 carries, 10 yards for Perez. Well, didn't stop the clock, though. We're at 1:10 remaining in the ball game.
He came over and got the play from Coach Bailey, so he's going back in as quarterback. Diaz came out, though. I noticed Terrell's out.
And it'll be Mendeville. He will be the running back on the left shoulder of Perez. Good snap. Perez back to pass. Pump fake to the right. Rolls back to the left. Fires. And that'll be complete out across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
It's 45.
14 yards on the completion, and I am really out of room on my
Pedro Munoz.
So Munoz. So I'll put that on there. Munoz, 14 yards. Move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Yeah, it was 45 as I saw him get up.
Well, the Wildcats getting some contributions. 40 seconds to go in this one. 1st and 10 inside Artesia territory. Perez is the quarterback, and I think actually that's Chicken.
Hey, Chicken Perez.
So Chicken is in trouble now, and he's going to go down back in Lovington territory at the 43-yard line. So he's going to lose a whole bunch. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 yards.
We got to know him a little bit, and his dad or his uncle.
Yeah, we were instructed. They were like, Miguel, who's Miguel?
Yeah.
His name's Chicken.
They said nobody will know. If you call him Miguel, nobody is going to know who that is because everybody calls him Chicken. So I'm not sure if that's who that is or not.
I'm pretty sure it is. So final gun sounds. Artesia victorious tonight, 56-23, our final score. But the Cats gave it everything they had. We'll be back for your post-game report and for your Bob Thriftway coaches conversation. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Wildcat football also brought to you tonight by Double R Pipe and Supply. For all your pipe and pipe supply needs, Double R Pipe and Supply. The Cats fall tonight to the Artesia Bulldogs. 56-23 is our final. Let's take a look at the final numbers in this one. We will start with Artesia as their quarterbacks. They wound up with two of them on the night. They go a combined 20 of 36 for 267 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 interception. The leading receiver tonight was Jack Byers. He had 4 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown. Bryce Parra with 3, make that 4 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown. On the ground, it was the Bryce Parra show there, too. He carries the ball 24 times for 172 yards. Artesia on the night collectively goes 220 on the ground. They had 9 different ball carriers, 487 total in the offensive production. 21 points in the first, none in the second, 14 in the third, 21 in the fourth for Artesia. They finish up the night with 17 first downs, 3 turnovers. They were only whistled 5 times for 45 yards. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, and wow, this is not the prettiest stat sheet I've ever had because we had a lot of guys go in and play, but the quarterbacks between Jaden Gutierrez, Elijah Rivero, Kyler Spencer, and Chicken Perez, they go a combined 18 of 40 for 288 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. The touchdowns both came from Spencer, and one went to Vasquez for 6 yards. The other went to Jude Madrid for 23 yards. So 288, though, collectively through the air. And the touchdowns, as we mentioned, go to Vasquez and Madrid. Elijah Rivero, no touchdowns tonight, but he did carry, at least through the air, he carried 4 times or caught 4 passes for 72 yards. He did have a rushing touchdown. Elijah, the leading rusher tonight, with 5 carries, 41 yards. Lovington with 60 yards collectively on the ground. So 288 through the air, 60 on the ground, 348 in the total for Lovington. They get no points in the first, 8 in the second, 7 in the third, and 8 in the fourth for their points on the night. 11 first downs, 9 penalties for 80 yards, 3 turnovers for them as well. They did recover an onside kick, though. So that, and yeah, I mentioned the turnovers. So, but a big night tonight. And when you wind up using over the course of a game 1, 2, 3, 4 quarterbacks in the course of a game, you know it has not been quite the night that you wanted. But no matter what, not anything for the Wildcats to hang their head about at all. They've taken on the number 1 team in the state and, doing it with at times their 3rd and 4th quarterback that they brought tonight with injuries. And, something, maybe got shown out there just a little bit. And they never quit fighting. And we've been at games at this stadium. We've been at games at our stadium against Artesia, where it was over at halftime, a 50-point blowout, and that certainly didn't happen tonight. Even though Lovington is going to fall tonight to 2-4 on the season and 1-2 in district, they really have nothing at all to be ashamed of and to hang their head. They did everything they could do tonight to stay in this one, and Artesia, I think, is going to know that this Lovington team, if they can get completely healthy, had a pretty good game plan against them. Artesia 5-1 on the year, 3-0 in district. They did not play. They were far from perfect too. I'm not sure the last time I saw an Artesia stat sheet that had 3 turnovers and also a given up onside kick. So it's been a while since that. I would imagine Artesia would stay the number 1 team in the state. Lovington, I imagine, will probably stay in the top 5 going into the Mayfield game next week. Coach Bailey taking his time with his team, and he is fired up down there, looks like.
He is. I'm standing back a little ways tonight, so I'm not hearing what he's saying, so I will be asking him what he has told his team in the huddle here after the game. Yeah,
he is definitely he's definitely impassioned, and he's a passionate guy. He feels them all. But again, and I will say it again, the Wildcats have absolutely nothing at all to hang their heads about tonight. With everything that got thrown at them, they could have folded up like a cheap suit or a Kmart and gone away, and we could have been out of here 2 hours ago at halftime with a 50-point blowout. But that is not this team, and that is not what they do. So, even though it didn't come out the way you wanted it, 56-23 the final, I think there are a lot of positives that you can take out of this game. I mean, you got 350 yards darn near against a pretty good team, the defending runners-up. They've won 32 state titles, so, not anything there. As it looked like they were going to break up the huddle. Now they're back in for the prayer circle. Yep, and we will, of course, have your Bob Thriftway Coaches Conversation coming up in a few minutes. Don't forget, next Friday night, we will be back on the road as Dawn and I will be heading down to the Field of Dreams in Las Cruces to take on the Mayfield Trojans. So, hey, my second trip to the Field of Dreams this year, oh joy. But that'll be I believe that's a 7 o'clock start time, but I'll double-check that when we get home, get the schedule out. We'll have it for you, of course, Lovington Sports YouTube. Please subscribe and tell your friends and family. Also, HobbsAmerica.com, too. Yeah, when we go south, those may be 6 o'clockers, so we'll find out about that.
7.
But it is at 7. Okay, I thought it might be. But that'll be next Friday night as we have one more game before we get to take the deep breath of the bye week after that. So looking forward to getting the bye week. I'm sure Lovington is too, to kind of heal up and get everything figured out. But, of course, we've got Mayfield next week from the Field of Dreams, which hopefully we can turn into a Field of Nightmares. Over the years, that has not been a kind place for Lee County squads as the squads break up and Lovington heading back to the locker room. And now your Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation,
Hey.
Dawn with Coach Bailey.
Yes, Coach Bailey. Good to be back. What did you tell your team in the huddle just now?
Well, I told him that we're not going to get another shot at Carlsbad, but I think we're getting another shot at Roswell and Artesia. That's what I feel like. I feel like we can run the table if we'll play our best football and we'll get a decent seed. We'll get a chance to go at these guys again. I feel like our goals remain the same. Our goal is to have another shot at all these the top teams and go after them. Obviously, it wasn't ideal losing Jaden, and Justin was out too this week, so we're out Justin as well. And really proud of Kylan Spencer and the way he stepped in there. That's a hard deal. That's a hard situation to go into, and I'm really proud of the way he played. Really proud of his receivers too and his offensive line. They helped him out, made some big-time catches, gave him some time, and just I'm proud of the way we played. I know that the scoreboard is not a good indicator of, anything positive maybe, but to me, I told the guys I'm always this way. I always will be this way. I don't care if I lose by 1 or 100. We're going to go down swinging. We could have probably ran the ball out and lost this game by 21 or so, and I don't know what the point of that is. We might as well go. We're going to kick the onside. We're going to try to get the ball. We're going to try to throw the ball over the top and see if we can make something happen. And if we can, great. And if we can't, what do we lose?
You did some great stuff tonight. It was amazing. And we talked all game long about the adversity that you guys were facing, 4 different quarterbacks in this thing, and just how hard we talked about that, how hard that is as a team to adjust to and adapt to. And for those guys, it takes a lot of guts to go back there and just step into a game like this and go for it and lead this team. So it was amazing. But you had a lot of guys step up. You had guys just playing so hard, playing their hearts out. And you're right, this game, we talked about that. This game, if you guys had folded, hadn't shown the passion, the heart, and some guys stepping up and getting the job done, if you hadn't done that, yeah, this game could have been over at halftime. But you didn't do that. The team didn't do that.
Oh yeah, I think we're a pretty good football team too. I mean, I think that our defense came out here and caused 2 turnovers right off the bat. If our offense was firing, if we would have had our motor going, I mean, we could have made this a pretty interesting thing right off the bat, and we just didn't. We just didn't have our stuff at the beginning, and that's on me. I obviously didn't have us prepared and ready to go, and we got going a little bit later, even before they started taking all their starters out, and we just got to get going earlier.
Well, but, again, nothing to hang the head over because this was extraordinary circumstances and everybody, I think, rose to the occasion, rose to the challenge and did really, really well. I mean, you didn't get run out of the stadium by these guys. And given this, given what had happened, some teams would have done that. They would have folded, and this game would have been over before it was over. And you guys were right there until the last second and doing such good things. And a few opportunities not taken advantage of and missed. But, man, the things that you did well, I think they were talking about the stats of like 350 yards. You still managed to put on Artesia. That's great. That's amazing.
Yeah, I obviously, I kind of giggle because, I mean, for us, that doesn't mean a lot. I know consolation prize maybe. I know I'm not trying to be ugly.
Yeah,
it just, we want to win the game. Sure. And, but obviously some of the things you said are huge. We want to win the game, but if we're not going to win the game, I want to just see them fight. I told them just do not concede. Do not quit in this game ever. And I didn't feel like we did. And so, yeah, I'm proud of them. We're going to eventually, we're going to get tired of being just proud of a moral victory, and we're going to get these guys eventually. And, hopefully it's this year.
Not giving up on you. They're taking, and I mentioned it seems to me that they're taking everything that you guys are telling them and doing that, or at least trying to do that from the sidelines. From this perspective, it looks like they're doing everything you're asking of them, for the most part, every game, and then some.
Yes, ma'am. Behind the scenes, I have told these guys how incredibly proud I am of them. Our growth in the last 2 weeks has been phenomenal. Their buy-in, their coachability, just being coachable every single day, the selflessness, it has been really, really, really impressive. Now, obviously, it didn't, we didn't reap what we sow, that kind of deal. But I am proud of them, and it's gonna pay off. We just got to keep going. Just put your head down and go to work.
And it's already paying off, and we appreciate the opportunity to watch this game, to watch you guys work, and to come through it. And it shows character, it shows strength, and that does pay off. And it's what you tell the coach, it's what you tell the players all the time, is that it will pay off. Keep it up, do it, keep doing it, and it does. It pays off.
Yes, ma'am. Well, we're glad to have you back. That was good.
Well, thank you. We had been dealing with some some illnesses and some absences.
I listened.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it was going on.
So I was,
glad to have you back.
well, it's nice to be back on the sidelines.
Yes,
I was just doing the best I could in those roles. Those
great.
are big shoes to fill, and I didn't do that well.
Good to have TJ back, I'm sure.
Nice
so
thank you,
guys.
Well. All right, thank you.
Yes,
I'll let
ma'am.
you get in there. Thanks, Coach.
All right, and with that, we will put a wrap on it. Our Bob Thriftway Coaches Conversation with Coach Bailey. Tonight's game was brought to you by Stone Oilfield Services, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, First American Bank of Lovington, the Lovington Schools, B&B Rentals and Services, Man Welding, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, Aftermath Hot Oil Services, Battle Energy, the Gandy Corp, and Double R Pipe and Supply. For Tiff and Evie, keeping an eye and an ear on things, back at 1 Radio. Radio Square. For Braden Cooper, our spotter and camera operator, for Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Artesia. Thanks for listening and watching. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night and good weekend.